Respectfully. What's going on, everybody? This is Aurie Styla's Respectfully podcast. Hope you're all good. What's going on to my guy Micky in the building? Micky Wagwan.
What is up?
I'm good,
bro?
sir. How are you?
I'm very good.
I hate you right now. Your social media, every morning, running, training, looking good, right? And I don't like it. You need to slow down. You're breaking people's self-esteem.
I'm going to slow it down for you, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop running.
Yeah? You're going to do something else?
I don't know what I'm going to do. Right?
Put on weight. Can you do that for me? Get fat. Get some titties, because you're in great shape.
I done been there, man. Can't do it again.
Yeah. Your been there is where I'm trying to get to.
No,
I don't
bro.
like that. 105
it's
kilos is
accessible
what...
for you, man.
You are 105, right?
But your frame's bigger than me.
I know that, but do you think I care about what my frame is? You was 105.
Hear me out, right?
Okay.
I want you to get wham.
I don't want to get wham. It looks
want
bad
you
on,
to, bro.
All the TV stuff that I do, it don't look good, because when I put clothes on, I don't look shaped.
You know you will. You will look shaped. I think you look sick big.
Nah.
Yes.
All right, you remember how Bane looked in The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah.
He looked wham, but you knew he had belly. That's what I look like when I get big.
No, bro. 2 months. 2 months
of
coming,
what?
just getting massive. We're talking like eating 4,000 calories a day. Jumping
And
on that.
who's paying for the food? 4,000 calories a day.
I was paying, you were paying for both of us. I thought we were just going to do this as a thing, as a team.
So wait, I'm paying for your food
My food,
and mine to
your
eat
food.
more.
I'm going to come to your gym because
my
you pay,
gym.
because you pay a lot of money there. And then
My gym is a nice gym, yes.
it's a very nice gym, man.
So you're going to watch me pay for me to put on muscle
Yep.
and have to hurt myself getting this muscle.
Bro, I just think you look good big. I truly think that.
I am big. I don't.
Wham! Like we're
I get wham. I don't want to get any more bigger. It don't look good on screen.
It does.
It does. And I'm a comedian as well. When you're on stage, you're like you can beat up everyone in the audience. They get too
bro.
scared to say anything back to you.
I want you looking like Henchy. That's the plan.
There's no way. There is absolutely. Let me tell you something. There is no way. Remember, what he has for breakfast is what we have for a day.
Bro.
Big up Henchy. There's no way I'm eating that many calories in a day.
15 eggs.
15 eggs for breakfast. There's no way I'm doing that. Big up you, Henchy. I'm never doing that, bro.
hold on, Henchy, man.
But you're looking good, sir. Looking
I
nice
appreciate
and
it. So are you, my man.
the undefeated champion. That's what I like to see, man. How many?
6-0 now.
Come on. And when's it going to be 7-0?
We're talking September.
Yeah?
Yeah, towards the end of the year. Potentially London. Potentially maybe Norwich. Maybe Bedford. Who knows, man? We're mixing it up.
All right, you keeping the beard? You look McGregorish, you know
Come on,
that.
bro. Oh my God, I haven't even shown you.
Go on.
Raw.
Yeah, you lot can't see this,
Come
but
on.
he's taking his hat off. He is proper McGregorish.
Took my hair off, bro.
Oi!
And you know what? I woke up a couple of mornings ago and I was like, I'm shaving my goddamn hair off.
Why? You look good with the hair though as
You
well.
know what it was? You know, it's probably like a control thing. I don't know,
Okay.
man. I just shaved it off. And my missus was like, I really like this. And I was like,
All right, from the missus says it's good, then it's good. You
got
can't
a green
really say
light,
nothing
man.
back.
Got a green light.
In the building today, in the second seat, my guy, my brother, presenter, podcaster, tech whiz, and 6'3" brother. So when his weight is his weight, it's evenly distributed in directions that make sense for someone like him, but for me, it doesn't necessarily. He smiles a lot, he's got a baby face, but don't ever get on the wrong side of him because he'll punch you up. What is going on, my guy, Marcus Bronzy? How you doing, Marcus Bronzy? Hey.
What an intro, bro. What an intro.
You are 3?
6'3", yeah.
6'3", and yeah, you look like you could. You got a face which is very, very like welcoming.
I'm a very nice person.
You are a very nice person. However, I know that you get on the wrong side of you. There's a lot of mass that could go into punching up someone.
Yeah, do you know what? I used to drive a smart car, yeah. So,
No, you didn't.
I used to drive a
You
smart
did
car,
not
right?
drive.
Yeah, I did. I drove. For those that know me, I drove a smart car because one of my friends who's 6'5" told me he had a smart car, and I said, "What? You can fit in that?" He's like, "Yeah, bro." So I said,
Okay.
So if I want a little run around, what? Can I really get one of those? He's like, "Yeah, man." So I did get a smart car.
Yeah.
It was not just a regular smart car. It was super techie, specced out, fully loaded.
Nice.
It was actually a Brabus smart car.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I had one of those, and that was one of my favorite cars to have. I call it counter road raging because someone would like pull up on me if I did a little bit of a cheeky maneuver, shall we say, and be like, rah, rah, rah,
And then as soon as you look
rah.
out, excuse me.
Yeah, it's the sort of car when you unfold yourself out of it.
Episode of The Simpsons. I can't remember
Yeah.
which one. Do you remember which one I'm
Yeah,
talking about? When the guy
yeah.
gets out the car and he sticks his legs out and he runs. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's
welcome.
happened a couple of times. Don't get it twisted. I'm no Henchy though. I'm no Henchy.
Nah,
but Henchy could fit in the smart car. Henchy could fit in the smart car.
he couldn't.
I don't know how the smart car would feel about it.
Henchy can only just fit in a tank.
Do you know what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? I think it's a sort of car he'd fit in. He'd get inside it, just pick it up and walk around with it.
Yeah.
Innit? Light work.
Flintstone
Easy,
style.
easy.
Because he can lift. I've seen him like doing mad stuff with cars
Bro,
before. You know?
every podcast episode so far since
Yeah.
he's been on there, everybody references that Henchy's a madman.
it's
not wrong.
It's really funny because like I think the clip where he's talking about beating up The Rock, right? No one's talking in the comments like, nah, that could never happen. Everyone just goes, do you know what? That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Yeah, no one ever questions it because
yeah.
it doesn't look like if you wouldn't want to tell him he's wrong, and secondly, if there's anyone that probably could, it's someone his size.
Yeah, he should go into wrestling. He should try it. You know, it's not. A bad
Do
thing
you know
to do.
what? Maybe, but right now, wrestling's probably not the best industry to go into.
Yeah. Some of those, you have to pull some of those punches a little bit. Yeah, you can't get too excited and go all the way through, follow through with a punch.
Facts, and he would be that guy that does. Have you seen the stuff on wrestling about McMahon?
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
You don't know. So Vince had
Vince
to
is-
step down from being chairman and CEO because of allegations of paying off someone that he had apparently had a
Extramarital affair.
extramarital affairs with.
Oh snap!
And the thing is, and also apparently he was sharing who this person was to a couple other people on the board.
What?
Yeah, bro. This is the thing. I would never put it past Vince McMahon.
Oh hell no!
This is what I'm saying. That guy is the dirtiest guy ever.
I mean, come on. He's look at you run the WWE in it. That's a crazy enough affair already. But I feel like so. Let me get this right because I might have some facts wrong.
Go on.
He paid money like 3M,
Something like that. Yeah.
like, as hush money.
Yeah.
So that money's gone.
Yes.
You paid 3M. The problem's meant to go away.
Yeah.
The 3M has been taken out of your account and it's in someone else's
I know where you're
account.
gonna go with
you
this.
were 3M down.
Yeah.
Then the secret comes out anyway.
Much later on, but I think I don't. But the hush
Okay.
money went to the person.
Okay.
But somebody else whistle blew.
Oh my
From that
days.
happens, it's not the person who did it. The person may have stayed hush. Do you see what I'm saying?
That is.
So there's no secret. You can't I'm not saying anyone should want to, but you can't pay off secrets like that and expect it to never come out. It always will.
Especially someone that big.
Yeah.
Vince
You know what I mean?
McMahon. Do you see what I'm saying?
Do you know what Vince should have done?
Go on.
He should have done what Vince does and what wrestlers do. He should have written that
Into a
He
story.
He should have delved into the kayfabe, right? And he should have wrote that in. And if you wrote that in, he would have been fine. Think
Brother,
about it. Think about the
McMahon
budget.
character,
Let's
yeah.
break it down. It wouldn't cost 3M to run a storyline like that.
It probably
You know what I
wouldn't.
mean? You'd make money off it.
Yeah.
You'd have an affair. You'd be in the same situation.
Yeah.
Everyone would be pissed. And then you make money off it. Who knows? He might
That-
even be able to
and
go
that
home and
would
say,
be-
guys, this isn't a real affair. This is just
Yeah.
part of the kayfabe. Okay, I got 2 into my role. I'm Vince McMahon. He could have come out of it all right. Instead, he paid
That would
money.
that would 100% be a Vince McMahon move as
And then
well.
in the end, you just DDT her.
off the top
she's
rope.
out.
Respectfully.
Exactly. Get the tables out.
Respectfully,
Yeah.
respectfly,
You know,
I'm not DDTing no one over this.
I'm just saying.
Respectfully,
No, I meant
but
DDT
I know what
in
you're
the
saying. No, but yeah, the man would have put it into a storyline. I would have
Yeah,
expected
man.
something like that from him, but he evidently not this time round.
I bet he didn't walk out the boardroom like how Vince McMahon walks into
That-
the ring.
that-
He has this walk
Oh
where
my
you
God,
might not
that
see this on the
arrogant-
pod,
the Mr. McMahon
where he
character
swings
walk.
his elbow. It's the Conor McGregor really took that walk and made it into a
From
new
McMahon,
kind of
you
walk.
think?
Yeah. He took the McMahon walk and took it a level up, right?
Listen,
maybe you could use that as your ring walk, Mickey. You could take it all
do.
the way.
Have you got a ring walk?
Nah, ring walk.
Yeah.
Nah, I just go out screaming and shouting, man. Just
It's like
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
screaming.
It's interesting watching ring walks because people say that you can tell. I mean, you're more of an authority on boxing. I watch the big fights, but they say you can tell whether someone's got a mentality of whether they're going to perform or not when they walk into the ring.
Yeah.
You can
Without a
see
doubt,
it in
man.
someone's
Without
face.
a doubt. Yeah.
I think whose ring walk did I see that I hated? It was Bronze Bomber, Deontay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is it when he wore the stupid? See that outfit perfect for WWE, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect for wrestling. What the flip are you doing?
It was a stupid.
What are you doing wearing that into a boxing ring?
And then he blames it. He blames the loss on the suit.
He's the worst loser ever. you know?
Who's the brother in Silent Hill with the pyramid face? That's what
Oh
he,
my
That's
God.
what he came out looking like.
Nah, it was like it looked like a really weird Halloween costume.
It
You know,
did.
like if you wore that at Halloween, you'd be like, I see what you're trying to do there. Turn to your friend, hey bruv, what is that about? I don't know what that is. But yeah, that was a weird one,
Yeah,
man.
ring walks
That
are
was a
weird, man.
one.
I think you've got to be a certain type of person to be want to like was it Mayweather that come out dressed as like a centurion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Carried by people. you
And
know
you're not the guy. Ooh.
I'm not the guy, man.
I love doing this. I love doing this. That's fine.
Or he's
It's
just pulling
supposed to do
apart.
that.
Or he's just pulling apart the studio.
Or he's out here
because-
I'm
smashing
letting you
the
know.
place up, man.
Listen, I hit a new PB bench pressing.
That's
You
it,
lot
bro.
know
It's just
what-
how it
I'll let you lot know the
smashing.
strength in it.
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to run your mouth with me today and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what is a good ring walk or a good ring walk or what would make me
Goldbergs.
intimidated if I was
Goldbergs,
Goldbergs.
man.
It's Goldberg. You hear a little knock on the door, the little
And then he just kicks
security
the door
stands to
open
the
and
side.
stuff.
I got one for the best ring walk of all
on.
time, bro. And he's
on.
not even a ring. I mean, of course it is a ring walk, but Stone Cold Steve Austin, man.
The glass
you hear
man.
that glass smash and you see him come
But that's
out
more
and
the
start
music.
screaming.
That's more the music.
We should get onto that, but a quick one because I know you talk about gaming on here. You played
yeah.
the new 2K22.
Yes,
So
got it.
they skipped a year because it was Pants
Yeah,
2020.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they had their COVID year. They came back. The Goldberg entrance on that.
Banging.
You can tell.
Sick.
Banging.
It is.
Yeah.
I've-
You not
I-
played 2K20?
Nah, I haven't played it.
Yeah, I posted
Get
it
it.
on my
Is it?
socials. Like, so
Yeah.
I've edited a
It
version.
was you
of
who made me
saw
buy it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I saw it. Yeah, and you did side by side of the two of them. And it's so good.
It's insane.
Yeah, so they do, you know, Goldberg's walk when he goes out and all the sparks.
Yeah.
And everyone cheers his name and stuff. It's
Bro,
sick.
Batista.
With the
With
machine
a gun,
guns.
man.
That was naughty. That was naughty.
I used to try and do that at the gym sometimes. I realized, you know what, my knees, the way he get, like, I'll jump around and do it and I'll get low and so on. And I'll
Yeah.
figure out, you know what, these guys have got
Yeah.
stronger legs than I do.
Years of sniper position have worn away the
I have
cartilage
no
in your
idea
knees.
what you're talking about the sniper position. No idea.
Years have worn away the cartilage
Couple
in your
garage
knees.
dances and now all of a sudden I can't even get low like that no more.
Yeah,
Nah.
but what's funny about 2K22 is you have entrances like that where you
Yeah.
can tell they spend money. You know, Vince was like, yeah, put 3M in that.
Yeah.
Then you've got other entrances where some people still come out looking a little bit blocky. So imagine I don't want to name names, but it's just, all right, so the people that have got big intros, Undertaker, Goldberg, Stone Cold, The Rock. But then it's just like, outside of the peak, let's say, wrestlers that people aren't interested in know, you just get some entrances where there's not as much sweat dripping off them. There's not as much hairs on their face. Because, you know,
they
you
even
can tell
walk, they
that-
just...
Animation budget been spent on that
just
one.
glide into the ring. Yeah.
It's not
100%.
even an intro. It's just literally like you select your character and all of a sudden they're in the ring. Like, well, that was quick.
Do they
Like,
float
yeah.
in on that in that phase where they're like that? Do
The
you know
T,
what I mean?
the T stance, yeah, they
Yes.
float in, yeah, the T stance, yeah, man.
Mate, it's a good game. Oh, Siri's getting involved.
Siri's talking to me. Let's put her into.
That's all right. It's a good game. You need to have a go at it. Later on, I'll tell you about
Yeah,
Last
man.
of Us.
Yeah.
We
But
got a lot to talk about when it comes to gaming, man. But
Definitely.
100%, yeah,
Definitely.
but music and wrestling though definitely is
Bro,
the big
let me
thing.
tell you something about music and wrestling. Right, I train to that at the gym. People don't seem to understand how amped that gets you.
Yes.
Bro, how amped. There is a song, Goldberg's tune. Who's next? Right when he marches out, someone took it and made like a movie epic version of it. Have I sent this to you?
No.
I think I sent it to Ace actually. Shout out to Ace. I sent it to him. It was like I was just looking at music from wrestling, but someone took it, like totally changed it up. I can't play it because obviously put it up on pod, but I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you so you can see a screenshot of it.
100%.
It's so dope. It's like a proper orchestral version and it's big. You could tell us about 50, 60 people behind it playing instruments.
Is it like the equivalent of when you have like Kendrick Lamar on stage with a live?
Yeah,
with a
it's
live,
like that. It's that kind of
orchestra
energy.
or something like that. Or you have
Yeah.
your favorite hip hop tune, but you've got like a 40-piece band that's breaking it down.
It's
and
just
playing
like
it.
that. It's dope. Honestly, when you get a chance, listen to it. It's one of the ones that gets me amped up. There's a few of them. That one does. I love. Do you guys know who Smoke Dizza is? Smoke DZA.
Yeah.
Bro.
So what?
Bro, Smoke Dizza. Listen, you need to get into Smoke Dizza, right?
Was he a wrestler?
No, he's a rapper. But what he does is he takes music from wrestlers and makes mixtapes out of their music, but they're hip hop mixtapes.
Heavy.
Bro, his music,
Really?
yes, is sick. Like my favorite one of his is AJ Styles' one because it's got Conway the Machine and West Side Gun on it, and they've taken his music, phenomenal, like the phenomenal one. They've taken his music and they made it to a banging hip hop beat.
Yeah.
Serious.
Bro, honestly, he's done it with like The Rock's music, Stone Cold.
I love that, man.
What's his face? Rob Van Dam. He's done it with loads of them guys, and it sounds. Ric Flair's one sick. Ric Flair's one sick. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
His intro music, probably on paper, when you look at it,
Yeah.
is the cackest, yeah. But when you hear that play,
Yeah.
that is one of the baddest. I'm not saying it's like one of the beats where like people get shook like
It's
a
just,
smash.
you know what time
but
it is.
Epic.
You know what time it is.
Imagine waking up imagine that being your alarm clock in the morning. You hear that Stone Cold Steve Austin. If I heard that smash, I'll be scared. I'll be honest. Someone's breaking into my house.
I've heard
if I heard
that,
this smell, I'll be like, chill out.
feeling.
If I just heard that,
You feel amped up in it,
I feel like I'd rise out. I'd levitate out of bed. Yeah, and I would get the day right. Woo!
I have a whole thing. There are times just to shut people up. I do Ric Flair. I say Ric Flair's monologue sometimes.
They were fantastic.
The jet airplane flight. Oh my god.
The jet airplane
Limousine driving.
Rolex wearing snake boot.
All of that, man.
Flexing,
Limousine riding, jet flying.
That's it.
Bruv, it's just that to shut people up.
How old is Ric Flair?
Oh, he's 174 years old. He must
Old,
be.
isn't it?
Ric Flair is old. He's been there since the beginning. He was old when Vince's dad was the head of WWF.
Yeah,
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Oh.
Talking of training, yeah, what you train to? You know what? I've started to train to. Well, I've started training to. I train to it a lot, man. Like movie soundtracks.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me about movie soundtracks.
Like what kind of sound? What are you bumping at the moment?
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Steel,
Sick.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interstellar.
Yep.
Batman Begins.
Yep.
Batman
You know when we
Begins.
first heard Batman Begins, the score from Batman Begins, is a
Da,
masterpiece, man.
that bit, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what don't I listen to? Last of Us
send you.
soundtrack.
I've only just started playing the
Emotional.
game, so I
That's
can't even
very
tell you about the
emotional.
soundtrack.
I don't know if I can.
Don't say a word.
I don't know if I could listen to that soundtrack because that game.
Oh, is it
probably
really?
one of the first games that I played where afterwards I put the control pad down. I needed 10 minutes of just me
Every
time.
week, everyone keeps telling me play this
Emotional.
game. I've only started it recently. Right, we'll jump ahead right now.
We'll go
Why
straight
not?
into
We'll,
it.
we'll go straight into it. I only started.
Am I messing
playing-
up the flow? in this
No,
program?
it's
Not
fine.
at
It's
all,
cool.
man. Not at all.
It's cool. So I played. I started Last of Us properly yesterday. I never chance to play it on the road. Got through. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played it since 2014. I think I'm the only guy. I got through the beginning where you play as the daughter. She walks around in the house.
Don't, man. Don't.
She walks around in the house. Is it that deep?
just gonna have a sip of
I
water.
saw what happened to her, innit? I can't lie. I knew it was coming, so I was like, yeah.
No, you didn't just say that.
I did. I said it. I knew. Look.
Bruv, I don't know. It's hot in here. I'm sweating from my eyes, bro.
You're sweating from your eyes. So you're not just tears,
My
yeah?
eyes are sweating. Aurie.
All right. So Last of Us, yeah, it's deep. What happened? All right, she gets killed off. Ooh.
You heartless bitch.
I'm not heartless, though.
You're a piece of shit,
I'm
man.
not heartless. Everybody spent so long telling me that was going to happen. You know what, right? Because I knew she was going to die, that whole oomph that everyone got when she was going to die,
Yeah.
that's 8 years old now. I ain't played it. You lot telling me, yeah, when she dies, it touched my heart. I got emotional. I'm sitting there thinking, same thing happened when I watched Joker. Everyone said, Joker, it's proper. Trust me, it's gonna mess you up. I watched it, I'm like, this film?
Yeah.
That's what happened with Last of Us.
Maybe it's been overhyped for you, but I will say, and I think once you work your way through The Last of Us 2, it is possibly some of the greatest writing
In video games.
and movies.
Oh,
it's
serious?
It's very cinematic. And it's fair to say now that with games, we're seeing, bruv, movie budgets are getting blown on apps, let alone frigging games like Last of Us.
Yeah, of
this
course.
is AAA and a bit on top. Do you know what I mean? So like the story that you get is a premium story. And I don't know how much you know about Last of Us 2.
I've heard some bits. You play as two different sides. That's what I know.
Yeah.
I've heard some bits like that.
The writing on it,
It's phenomenal. I heard it's better than one.
It's incredible.
I won't spoil it for you. No spoilers. For you,
No
but
spoil, because
it is-
I've got every spoiler around it right
yeah.
now that I'm trying to avoid.
So
and I hate scary games. I'm not
Same
good with
here.
scary
Yeah,
games.
same on the
And
same.
I'll be honest with you, I had to play that game. It's not a light one, bro.
Is it scary?
It's got situations, but basically you're in a post-apocalyptic world. As you know,
Yeah.
but you're not safe. Like there are safe places people have, but if you're out and about and you're roaming, if you're in an environment that is safe and there's a couple of zombies around, for better sets of words, clickers, right? And if you make the wrong move, you will alert one. And if one especially in the second one, if one makes a bit of noise, the other one will perk up. And another one will perk up, and you can have a swarm of clickers on you when you've not got much ammo that could do you damage. So you just have to tread carefully.
So it forces you to be into like, all right.
You can walk into a room, turn a corner, and be like, "Bro, okay, it's dark, and there's 7 clickers around me, and I need to somehow move." And one of them just moves around casually and brushes against you, and then that's it. It's curtains for you.
Okay,
You have to run
Wild.
away.
It's
Yeah.
what you were saying about the story writing. I know we've literally said this 3 podcasts in a row.
Yeah.
But the story writing is a marriage of gameplay and movies
100%.
in a way
Okay.
that's never been done before.
100%.
And
Alright.
and it sticks with you. But you're telling me, Sarah gets shot up,
Boo.
and you were like,
Brother, Dom died in Gears of War 3. That hurt my feelings
stop
even
taking
more.
it back to Gears of War,
That hurt
man.
me even more.
Bro, you can't be talking. You can't be.
Yes, I can.
That's
Both of you can kiss my ass.
They're two different types of games,
my
bro.
black ass.
Man's trying to
Gears of War 3. When Dom died, shut up. I'll punch up a man who disrespects when Dom died.
I can't. You know what? If you're feeling like this now over Gears of War,
Yeah.
When you finish The Last of Us 2,
Bun Last of Us 2 compared to Gears of War, man.
I think you're gonna.
Nah,
figure out, who's
brother.
primed you like this? Who's done
No.
this to
You don't
What's
understand.
happened?
You never
What have I
understand
missed?
what happened to Marcus Phoenix when his best friend died. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing from no one. They went through hell together. They went through war together. And you're trying to tell me that I should brush it off. And in Gears of War 5, the next man, listen, let me.
You're gonna fall in love,
Yeah, you are.
You're gonna fall in love, bro. It's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be emotionally invested in this game, and there's gonna be the point. Do you remember back in the day, yeah, when you're playing, I don't know, like Sega or N64, yeah,
Yeah.
and you'd leave, you'd wake up early in the morning, and you'd play it. You'd go to school, yeah, and you'd
And come
run
back
home from
straight
school,
to play,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
you would
Yeah.
be thinking about is this game.
Yeah.
The Last of Us was the first time that happened to me since I was a kid.
You'd be the first person I know that's played it out of my wide range of and diverse friends
course, yeah.
that don't enjoy it. And it's for me, it was one of the only games where it made me do things I didn't want to do. It had me wanting to put the control pad down. And this is me without spoiling it. You know, there's certain points in it where you want to do something else, but you know your character has to do that to make it so, and it is gut-wrenching.
Okay, all right.
Gut-wrenching.
I hope to see.
Yeah, and also like representation in the game is really good as well. They try a lot to like move forward. There's like very good representation when it comes to, you know, people's actual backgrounds, where they're from, you know, their alignment and stuff like that. So it's really
All right.
Yeah, it was one of the first games I, you know, in terms of like sexuality, it was the first game I've ever played where I've been like, wow, they really are. It doesn't feel,
doesn't feel
like
like
they put that there on
forced and
purpose.
contrived.
Yeah.
It's
Token,
well
yeah,
read.
it's not overly
It's
forced.
not like,
yeah,
it's like here's someone here to make us tick some boxes. No, it's all really well written.
Okay.
And it like, it drags it. They work well on story, but I don't want to overhype it for you because
Yeah,
I know what
don't.
happens. You know, like when someone tells you this film's going to be the best film that you see, does it? And you go
Joker,
and see
that's
it.
what I had.
Yeah, because Joker was, for me, it was a pleasant surprise. And I think that's because I didn't have any expectations. But if I went in and someone told me it's going to knock my socks off, I'd be like,
I can't watch it again because of it. For me, I got bored after a while because of that. So
he's not, and personally, you know, he's a good Joker, but he's not my favourite Joker anyway. So
fair dude.
you know, so
Heath.
but that's another story for
Heath or don't hold on, Heath or Mark Hamill.
I'll probably put Mark Hamill.
I knew it was going to be Mark
up
Hamill
there,
or
and,
Heath.
and I really did like the Jack Nicholson Joker. I know it's not conventional, but I was just
playing himself.
I think I found him quite scary. I found him quite scary. I don't know what. Like you look back at it now, you look back at them films. Yeah, I think that's what it was. You look back at those films now. The graphics weren't all there, but he was a convincing Joker, and he was quite scary. Like he was dangerous. The stuff he was doing. Like let's not forget in the movie, he gassed a whole restaurant full of people that were just chilling there.
That's fair.
And through a girl who's trying to fancy him, like coerce a girl into liking him by throwing her a gas mask and saying, "Yeah, you got a few seconds to throw that on." Killing everyone.
I had to watch it back again because it was 89.
Yeah, and he does
89,
he does little things like I think there's a start as part of his origin. Someone says, "You're my number one guy," and fucks him over basically. Yeah. And there's a bit in the film, if I remember rightly, where he's like, "You're my number one guy" to something after he shoots his number one. Like he's very sinister, but. I know there's a lot of people screaming out there saying, how could you not like Heath Ledger? But I'm just like, you know what?
Nah, Heath
cool.
they're all dope.
Yeah, good
well,
for me.
Not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them.
There's one that Jared doesn't get. He doesn't get a phone call.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting. Well, you could settle a debate between you and Nero because obviously Nero was in it last time, right?
Shout out to Daniel Nero, right?
And these guys were
Daniel Nero, who's giving me one of my
each
favourite
other, right?
Really?
At each other because you believed that Heath and Nero believed Bane, or was it the way around?
Okay, so Nero says that The Dark Knight Rises has more bits in it that are quotable and that are like more iconic in terms of what hits you when it comes to things you remember from a movie than The Dark Knight.
Bane had some zingers though.
Bane did have some zingers. He does.
What's the bit where the guy says, "I'm in control"? And what does he say? He puts his hand on
Do
his
you
shoulder.
feel in charge?
Imagine that. Forget the film.
Yeah.
Imagine you say something like that and
I
someone
do it to
turns
Micky
around.
all the time.
Yeah, me. Imagine that. Yeah.
It's not Artem.
Honestly, it's like
5'8". 5'8".
Yeah.
It's like me and Micky.
Is that Micky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
right
If you're
now.
not seeing Micky on cam, this is quite.
Do you feel in charge?
Is this a 1-for-1 representation of Micky? This is.
He's off, Aurie. Stop it.
Micky gets soft. All he does is start singing Chippendale Rescue Ranger.
He loves this teddy bear, man.
Yes.
I don't even know what that theme tune is, if I'm entirely honest with you, bro. Didn't want to say it, but I have no idea what that teddy is and what that sound is.
I'm sorry. Have you not watched Chippendale Rescue Rangers when you were growing
What
up?
the hell is a Chippendale Rescue Ranger?
Moving on swiftly. Very swiftly. Listen, don't listen to it.
Bro, I was born in 93, man.
Oh, wow.
I don't care. I'm sorry. You should still know who Chippendale Rescue Rangers is.
I thought it was a Care Bear. I'm not going to lie to you,
Oh
man.
my God. No, this isn't a Chippendale. This is one of those Build-A-Bears. A friend of mine got this for me. Well, my friend's daughter got it for me, right? And chose that song, so I kept singing that song like on my socials and everything.
I'm going to have to look it up.
All right, and we'll give you a blind.
You know what we should do? We should have an extra camera, and whenever Micky talks, we should cut to that.
What did you say, Micky? What do you think about it?
Cut to it.
Do you have to put a voice
you know
on
what? I'll hold it for a second in front of the camera, and we'll have Micky talking. And then for those, if you're missing this, it's a podcast, but this is why you need to check the clips.
So for everybody
on social,
So for everybody that doesn't get to, so I'm gonna have a conversation with Micky right now on the podcast, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk to Micky. Micky's gonna respond. So Micky, how's boxing been for you this week?
Yeah, it's been a bit kind of mad still.
Bit mad still, yeah? Oh,
Yes,
mate. I'm loving the trainers, though. What, they Converses?
Nah, just something from Bob the Market still.
This is a fair... And the thing is, it's near enough the same height.
It's a one for one, I think.
We've got the ratio here, man.
It's a bit bigger than Micky still. I think
Yeah.
it's got the heels on.
Feet are a bit swollen, but other than that, man, we definitely got Micky down.
Right, so
Thank you.
We're all sparring after this, man. We're done
We can spar.
featherweight.
featherweight.
Yeah, but now because Micky's a pro fighter, he'll just stick a move around us, innit? So I end up with a
Something
whole
like that, yeah.
heap of bruises.
Just dodge left, right,
Yeah.
and he'd do a swing and hit
Yeah.
your kneecaps.
Yeah,
Ankles.
it's funny. I had a conversation the other day with somebody about does size matter and stuff, and it's an interesting conversation.
Wait,
'cause
size in regards to...
just like it was, it doesn't. I think I've heard a comment a few times like size doesn't matter, like when it comes to fighting.
Yeah, that's
and stuff
mental.
like that.
Oh, fighting.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was talking about when...
So did I.
I thought it was I thought it was the guy trying to make excuses saying,
wood size.
Yeah, man, I can. It's the motion of the ocean.
I don't think
the conversation
I don't
was.
think it's our place to say that, innit? Like you can't. I think it's the woman that you always place to say. I don't mind what size you are.
Definitely,
ocean. You can't be there like it don't matter. It doesn't matter.
It definitely doesn't. It's not for us to say.
Exactly.
However,
you need some wood.
there has to be a certain level.
Of course.
Yeah.
You can't walk in with like, you know the little door stops you used to have? You can't walk in with that and that's what you're coming with it and then try to convince. It's like going to the gym and you see a PT who is not in good shape trying to tell you, watch me be able to train you. If I can't see that you, and I think that's the same thing psychologically, anybody, man or woman, whatever your direction is or if you're the person who's giving or receiving, there's a part of you that goes, I'm equipped or they're equipped.
You need to have the tools to do the job.
Exactly.
A plumber can't do your plumbing without any tools. They need at least sufficient tools to wrap around a pipe.
But you still have to be able to, you know what I mean, do the job.
Of course.
But you have to have the tools. It's a balance of both.
Shout out to you if you haven't got the tools and you've had to rely on something else. You do push-ups on your tongue. I don't know what it is. Well done for you. You know what? We're not shaming out here. You know, you just got to work with what you got. It's kind of like boxing. Now you might have a longer reach, or you might have speed or stamina.
Strategy, bro.
Well, strategy is what what's it called? Knowledge and there we go. We're gonna need to bring. We need a camera for
Push up with your tongue, yeah.
push up with your tongue. That's what you got. And the rest there. Push up with the midsection as well. But yeah, you need what is it? Ring IQ? Is it Ring IQ? Ring IQ. They call it. Bedroom IQ.
Micky, I'm sorry.
Don't call the teddy bear Micky, man.
I need to get you a t-shirt with an M on it. That's what you need.
Yes.
For Micky.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get.
Shout out to Micky the Bear.
MM Boxing on the t-shirt.
Love it.
Micky the
Come
Bear.
on.
But yeah, sorry, you were saying about fighting and size. Sorry.
About fighting and size, it's an interesting one because I've seen people that are like, size doesn't matter with fighting, but I kind of feel like it does though, doesn't it? Like if you
you have to any form of, you'll know this, right? Look at one of the things that one of the things that Fury had on a lot of people was his size. What that gave him, forget his ability to necessarily fight, which he's a great fighter. One thing that gives you is firstly reach. Secondly, you can throw your weight around. Even in MMA, you throw your weight on somebody trying to push them off you, it takes out some of your energy. So even if you are not as like technically advanced over your fighter. If you do have size on you, that's going to add certain elements that the other person has to then fight and tackle.
Bro, yeah, there's weight divisions for a reason, man.
Exactly.
Without a doubt. You spar with someone much bigger than you, you feel it. Like you feel it not just in the punches, but you feel it with like in the clinch when you're tight with someone. When a heavyweight brushes you with their shoulder, you feel it. Do you know? You get me? Like,
okay. So if we were sparring, me 20 stone plus at the moment, and we had a spar and there was a clinch, and I was leaning on you a bit, even me with like whack boxing knowledge,
100%.
Could that wear you? I'm not saying that's gonna bad you up, but that wear you down a lot.
It'd have a definite large impact, without a doubt, man. And it's more so in any kind of form of like grappling sports, so like MMA, you're looking at like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, in any kind of jiu-jitsu that I've done against someone bigger than me, it's so apparent that the reason there's weight divisions. Because it's like, it's not just weight, someone on top of you, it's the way they shift their weight, how they move. In boxing, you get stung with a big shot by a heavyweight, you know you're going to feel it, right?
Yeah.
But like normally that heavyweight's like your size, he's got much longer reach, and it's like sometimes it's like a big dude fighting a toddler. Do you know what I mean? Because you're swinging for the bleachers, but you ain't going to go anywhere near him.
Yeah, you couldn't have. Look at Fury, best of his division.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mayweather obviously retired, but best of his. Well, they both are kind of, but finish at best of his division. You couldn't have them two going up against.
No, not
it would be ridiculous, isn't it?
It's annoying the way when people make them comparisons when they're like people who have no idea about combat sports. You know, it's okay not to know it, but when they say things like, "Oh, Mayweather would get smashed by Muhammad Ali," and you're like, "What are you talking about, bro?"
You're just throwing things out there. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. But whilst we're on the subject, talk in the Twitter sphere, big talk. McGregor Mayweather 2.
You know, there's some fights I don't need to see.
It's a money grab, isn't it?
Of course it is. Is that why I've been seeing so much like content of like their old clips?
Yeah.
But do you know what though? I do want it just to see the smack talk from McGregor. I can't lie. His smack
that's
talk
the only reason.
That's what got him in the game. He's funny though. I
He's
can't
funny.
lie. Mayweather, he's one of the he's a goat. Yeah, he's one of the best. He's out there. Unless Micky, you know, like I don't know if that's as a
100%.
boxer.
Micky's undefeated.
Yeah,
so you never know. So
you're
two
undefeated.
undefeated.
As an undefeated boxer, you can understand what it's like.
Yeah.
But
bro,
Mayweather's great in the ring, but he ain't got chat. We all know what, like McGregor, and this is nothing to do with his fight. I know he's good in the ring. We've seen him mash up a few people, but his chat, when he's cussing someone down and getting in their head, I find that fascinating to watch. Look at how you dress.
Great.
Look at you.
He's
Look
great.
at you.
He
You're in New
shouts
York.
over you.
I'm the king of New York. How you going about Irish man having New York on lock, bruv? Saying I'm the king of New York.
He's arrogant, and that's what people like.
To your country. Imagine that. Someone comes to your country, and says, "I'm the king of this city right now."
That's feisty.
Messes
It is
with your
rude.
head. But then Mayweather is just heavily skilled, mashed him up, fantastic.
And I think that's what. If you are
Yeah.
McGregor, it's fun to watch, but the problem is if you don't back it, you look like double the idiot.
If you look at McGregor's track record thus far, the past 3 fights.
Oh, it's not been good for him.
It's not been great for him, but the fight that he made his money on obviously was the Mayweather fight, and you'd be silly not to think they'd go back for a second draw. But everybody wants this. Everybody wants the McGregor Diaz 3. That's what we want. You know what I mean? It's what people who enjoy fighting want because that was such a good.
And again, it was McGregor. Diaz ain't got chat in it. You know he's not got chat. He's not as fast with his mouth. Yeah,
Nah.
it's more like
McGregor's like The Rock.
Yeah.
He's literally the.
It's
the
like
man with the lip,
McGregor will be like brrr, look at you, you're dressed like a tramp, and Diaz will be like, yeah, but you're a tramp, man. Yeah, like there's no,
Schoolboy responses.
Or like as a comedian, I know you're in a place now where you're building new material, right? But there must have been a time in your career early on where you were like, this is gonna bust. When I let this joke go, it's gonna, and you hit them with a punchline, and the punchline isn't quite.
Oh
where you want it to be,
never.
yeah?
I'm fantastic. Never has that. Are you mad? Never. Don't put that on the podcast. Like people ain't gonna think, oh yeah, well Aurie, you failed.
Sorry, I forgot.
What are you talking
You
about,
don't even
bro?
practice.
Respectfully, man, a bad man at it. You mean? Don't ever say that again on my podcast, bro. Every time I go on stage, I flipping hit, bro. Every single time. Google me, pussy, yo. Google me right now, yeah? Yo, that's the last thing you're gonna cut off Marcus's microphone right now.
No,
please.
wait, but respectfully, I'll bring it back.
No, of course. There have been
yeah.
times where you go, nah, this is gonna work. And then you go on stage, you're like, all right, it never hit as hard as I like it to.
And that's all of Diaz's bars. He's got no chat. Like bruv, there was the funniest one for me was they're on a show, and for some reason, I think it was at a time when there was so much press, every channel was looking for an excuse to bring them on. So they were on a financial business channel, right? Yeah, and they're having a chat about the fight. Yeah, it was like something like BBC Business News. Like, bruv, they were everywhere. They would have been on, if they were here in the UK, they would have been on CBBC. They would have been on Ant and Dec. They would have been on They were just everywhere at that time, right? It was, and they're literally having a conversation. They're like, so we'd like to talk about the finances in the fight. There, and Conor goes, I just want to step in one moment. Diaz, you want to get out of the room because you don't really know about finance like me. So, bruv, the way he dropped that bar. Listen,
it's
pause
funny.
the podcast.
It's on the same one, isn't it? He goes, guys, can you count to 10 for us, please? And he goes, they can only count to 5.
But I think what's
he does that way too good, isn't it?
He's good, and he's got the Conor McGregor trim as well.
Honestly,
Just
bro,
need the money.
We need to update the bear in it and
get
him a beard,
get him a beard,
ginger beard.
Shave the top of his head as well.
Exactly, but that kind of stuff. But I think what saved Diaz is he's not into that smack talk game. So I think some of it, and with all due respect to him, he's not like the brightest dude out there, yeah? Like, I think some of the zingers went over his head, innit? And he's just like, he wanted to get in the ring. I think that's what saved him. Because with McGregor, he can get in. He's got into people's heads.
That's his game. He does that.
Yeah,
he does that.
That's and in boxing,
he makes you want to punch him up so bad that you lose your own control.
You look at what happened with Dustin Poirier, right? So he fought Dustin Poirier in like 2014, 15 or something like that, right? Beat the life out of him, right? Stopped him in the first round. Dustin Poirier then fought him, knocked him out, didn't he? Then he come back and broke his leg. But the fact that when he knocked him out, right, was like, I've already been here. I know what to expect. And he was being super nice to him. It was all real weird. And that was when he was coming back after the Cowboy Cerrone fight. So he was like super nice, and like there was no real talking shit to each other. And then he lost, right? Then he got sparked. And he come back as back to that 2014 guy. Tried to get into his head. Next thing you know, he broke his damn leg in the cage. Or imagine that, by the way, snapping your leg. But
I've seen that one where the guy kicks.
Head,
I know what he's getting into.
You know when the guy kicks.
Anderson Silva, wasn't it?
Who is it?
Silva broke his leg.
Yes.
And obviously McGregor's leg snapped in half.
And then Michael Van Den Page, when he put caved that guy's forehead in. Who was it?
Oh, with the knee. Oh my God.
Was that?
Bro.
That's career.
MVP is he's funny, you know.
He had a literal hole in his head.
Yes.
Yeah. There was like images of the scan going around, like the 3D scan, and there was a
concave,
a knee-shaped concave in your. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for modern medicine, I can't see my man having a normal life again.
No.
Finished
Bro.
him.
It was horrible.
Like, that's why I find MMA a little bit hard to watch, because I know that there's an element of danger there.
Bro, it's you know what it is with MMA, yeah? Until you've been elbowed or kneed, you have no idea what that feels like.
Yeah.
In the eye. Can we just add in the eye? It's not just a regular elbow in the eye.
Yeah.
Elbows just cut you. They physically cut you like butter. Yeah. But you think being punched in the head with a 10-ounce glove, 8-ounce glove is hard, yeah? When you get elbowed or kneed, or you're in a clinch and someone's rubbing their freshly shaved head under your eye, literally scratching the life out of you, you have no idea what fighting is.
I didn't even
shout out to my ladies that have to put up with a not so fresh skin fade rubbing up the side of their face and neck and head as well.
Hold on. If we're going to talk about this and jump to this, right? I need to lay this out right now. Barbers, you need to do better with us. No, this is my PSA right now to anyone who trims hair, male, female, like whatever. Hear what I'm saying? You need to deal with us better. I'm looking at you directly in the camera. I'm sick and tired of calling up my barber on the same day and saying, yo, can man get me in? And they say no. When the only reason that could be a no is because you've taken on new people and now I'm losing my slots. Brother, look, hear what I'm saying? I had to perform at Hackney Empire with my hair and face looking like this, yeah? Because my barbers, every one of them around the country, too busy for man. I didn't understand how did people even get to you? There was a train strike, rude boy. How are you busy? People can't come to you. And yet I had to suffer. Brother, I went on stage. I did a TV show this week.
Seeing all the angles.
Bro.
Keep talking to me and Micky, because I'm seeing it. I'm taking this in. This is
you like the whole switcheroo, like, so you can see what I had to work with.
Yeah.
The way I was brushing my beard, like just to kind of give it something. I tried a new style, you know. I tried to go like them little Hotep brothers that when they get the little woody hats and roll it up a little bit, so it's like that. I tried to do that. It suited me only because the rest of my face, like them Hotep brothers, was mashed up like I ain't had a trim.
So you were looking kind of like skatey, kind of cool, quirky. You was kind
something
of
like that.
Vibe.
Yes, bro.
Hipster
Hipster vibe. That's
I
the
look
one.
like the black guy that moved to a city that has no black barbers.
You know what you look like?
So
You
I
look
just
like the
thought,
black
let me
dude
grow
who
it out.
skateboards. That's the vibe I got.
This is what I did.
go.
I looked like that. I killed it on stage. I don't know if I was on my Samson vibe in the Bible. The more hair that I got, the better I was. But I killed it.
I think
brother?
you look really good, man.
What was the finishing joke? Did you just whip your hat off?
No. I couldn't do that. We were having to be respectful. If I did that, it was the amount of old people in that place. A couple heart attacks might have kicked in.
Do you know what though? We've had this conversation a few times on and off mic. I think we've spoken about this Aurie as well. And I feel like every brother out there's had this conversation. But one thing that I feel like I've realised is there is no cut like your barber's first cut they give you. That first cut they give you when they're trying to prove themselves. You know, when you first meet them and they want to show, it's kind of like...
I'm trying to retain a new customer.
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of like, you know, when you go on your first date, you show your best side, innit? You don't come in mash up, you know, a little bit tired.
Well, I hear that.
Yeah.
But you can't give me that level.
Yeah.
And then you give me half or barely... All right, or barely not be available again to give that to me again.
Oh, wow. What did you do to your barber? What
Nothing.
happened?
Nothing.
Did you cheat on them? Have
You
you
must
got
have
time?
said something to
No,
it, man.
I don't think you could cheat on your barbers anymore. I honestly think you cannot cheat on barbers.
It's a fair game now.
It's fair game. 20 years ago, you could only have the one barber, right?
Yeah.
And he will know when you've gone somewhere to get your hair cut. The nature of the world now, I can understand for them, they need to get as much money as they can by getting as much people to trim their hair as they can.
Yeah.
However, the issue that I'm having is that when that happens, there's only the same set amount of hours in the day.
Yeah.
Your regulars, even if they drop off by 20% and you've picked up an additional 40%, there's some people that you're going to push out and they got to squeeze in. Unless you're expecting me to go longer without a trim, it gets more difficult. You're not supposed to cheat on your barber. However, my barber is not supposed to cheat on me.
Truth.
There's a time slot that I know that you know when you're going to see me every week or every 2 weeks, depending on who you are, how quick your hair grows. A week for me, couple days for man like you and you, right?
So accurate, very accurate, bro.
But basically what it is, if I phone him, I'm like, yo, you got time? I can't, G. All right, cool. What about tomorrow? Can't, G. All right, when you next free? Man, tell me next week, Thursday.
Wow.
That's 7 or 8 days away. Listen, if we was in a relationship, like a proper me and you were in a relationship, and I phone you and you're not free, who are you fucking?
Till next week, Thursday.
To next week, Thursday, that I have to wait until it's my turn for my little squeeze? Are you taking that?
You start thinking, what's wrong with you? You start looking at your... Like,
Brother, I'm sitting there thinking...
Why is someone else's hair more interesting to cut than mine?
Obviously, I'm a comedian. I'm sitting in there thinking, have I bantered him incorrectly? Did I say something to upset him last week? When I got my trim last time, I paid him, didn't I? Yeah. I'm doing all of that, thinking, why doesn't he want to see me to cut my hair? But I know...
Do you know what? You might have not given him enough social love. He might have wanted the post every single time now.
Bro,
you
see me though.
No, maybe you did. Maybe you did that. Oh, look at this cut. This cut's fresh. This good. And then you got another cut and you were like, thank you, paid. Actually. And then you didn't give him any love. And he's there thinking...
I think I know what it might be, right? Shout out to my barber. I won't say his name because I don't want to embarrass him on here and so on, right? But you know who you are. I think I know what it is. Obviously, I'm a touring comedian. So there's other cities that I go to, and I've lived in other cities as well.
Yeah.
I went to Bristol to get another cut there because at the time I was staying in Bristol because I was doing shows on that side of the country. And I used to live there. So I know the barber down there. Hey, my guy is sick, yeah? And I tell you, Lee from Supertonic, big like yourself, right? He cut my hair and I'm like, yo, love the barbers. Not just because of the cut's nice, but the community. In the barbershop, he gets like kids who are from the area to work. And there's one kid that's there who's been working there since he was 11. He's like 14, 15 now, cuts hair just as good as anyone else, right? So after school, sometimes he does 2-3 nights a week where he's cutting hair, making his own money. And that's because he's been given that opportunity to do that rather than the other option of potentially being on the street, doing stuff on the roads. I've gone there, I've put up a post, I love this barbershop. Love what they're doing for the community and stuff. Yeah, but you're nodding like that. Yeah, I know what your face is saying, but I'm showing love to not just the barber, but the community spirit in the barbershop.
Your barber don't give a fuck about that community.
But
your barber's watching that post going,
no, we're saving lives.
All right, cool. Next time you need a trim, let me I'll keep an eye on your stories and I'll look at your hairline. When you need that trim, do you know what? You're going to get Thursdayed.
Do you know what? Yeah.
And I know today's Wednesday, so not tomorrow, next Thursday. He's like, fine. Fine, you know one's like, do you want something to eat? No, fine, I'm not hungry. Come on, you want something to you might just get that. You might get. If you get voicemail, this is going to be absolutely hilarious.
I'm going to phone my barber right now.
Which one are you calling? The one that you like or the one that you dissed?
One. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You've only mentioned one barber's name, so
don't do that.
Clearly that's like
no, because like that barber was the one that I went to visit. He ain't gonna expect to see me regularly. Yeah, that's Bristol.
This is a very tricky situation. This is like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he's trying to say which of the mashed sweet potato pies was the best, or when you talk about whose sides were the best at Christmas.
But I'm not doing that. I'm not saying anyone's better than the other. I'm just trying to get an appointment.
Feel free to abort this mission because this could get sticky and tricky for you very soon. And as he's making this call, I just want to say, you and I, Aurie, we missed out on that whole COVID situation where we were trimming ourselves.
Yo, this is Aurie Styla on the Respectfully podcast. Can I speak to Sam, my barber, please?
What's going on?
How you doing? You good, bro?
I'm cool, bro.
All right, don't say anything that's going to incriminate yourself if there's anything that you don't want to incriminate yourself. Like, I know you know how you like to do things with legs on chandeliers. Don't talk about that on the podcast, yeah?
Raw.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, yeah? What's the problem?
What's the problem?
What's the beef, bruv? I want to know.
Bro, you're too busy for me. That's it.
I'm busy.
You're too busy for me.
I told you.
I'm busy for you.
I told you.
What?
See?
Bro, you're too busy for me.
Brother, I've been calling. Dude, it's about 5 times. No, stop. Hold on 1 second. Marcus, stop it. It's about 5 times I've said, yo, can we line up me to get a trim? And you're like, bruv, I can't even do it, man. What's going on? Have I upset you?
Gee, I'm working around you. Fam, I've given you times. But you just not made it.
That is not true. Bro, you stood him up. Let me go through the last message. Did I not call?
Okay.
Did I message you today and say, yo?
And then did I not give you times? And you're like, oh, nah, too late. Or there was times I gave you options, fam.
Brother, you gave me closing times. Like, you wanted no one to see that you cut my hair anymore. You gave me times after the shop's closed.
This is sounding
like, I can't walk in the shop anymore and get my hair cut. What? Listen, the people on the podcast right now are covering their mouths thinking, Aurie, what? This is on you.
We need counselling. Do we need a third party?
We don't need a third party, Sam.
Do you want me to mediate?
There's no mediating needed, Sam. Listen, all I want to know, when can you cut my hair, bruv?
See, the way my bank account's set up.
Do you see? Nah, and you don't think I'm the problem. Okay, okay.
All right, Sam, I'll see you at 6 o'clock, yeah?
Wait. Sam can't be cutting no one else's hair right now. I'm sorry. Sam.
No. Let me check my diary and then I'll see what I've got. I might even make a little space for you late at night, you know?
Thank you. Yeah,
nice.
Right now,
I'm away for a wedding this weekend, so.
You went away for a wedding? Okay, cool. All right, no worries.
Yeah,
Brother,
I'm in London at the moment, so.
Brother, you have me looking, do you know what? You have me looking like both, like, right now, looking like, I don't know if the film that I'm in, On the Other Foot, before I go Barbers and get the trim with the afro. I'm looking like that right now.
Like that?
Yeah, man, I'm looking, brother, honestly, I looked in the mirror today, checked my credit score, it went down 42 points. My credit score, blood.
Like that.
Yeah, so we need that lining up, yeah?
Okay.
All right, G. All right, love, bro. Cool.
There's a lot to unpack there, Aurie. So what I'm gonna say is from my point of view, and I'm coming from a neutral point of view.
Yeah, please.
Right? I feel like there was a lot of there were undertones of hostility.
Did you hear the undertone? Did you hear the vim?
Yeah, there were undertones.
Did it come from me though?
I think between both of you, there's a lot of energy flying, Aurie. Like because I feel like
it didn't come from me.
I feel like one of you is looking to blame the other's looking to blame the other.
I never.
Remember, I'm not the enemy here. Yeah, it's okay. Calm down. It's all right. Remember, I'm on your side, bro. No, I'm on no one's side. But what I want is we want to resolve this. What I can say, there's a lot of hostility between you two, and I noticed there are a lot of gaps. There were a lot of gaps where he was trying to find the right words
to say fuck your hairline.
It was the yeah. It was
he don't care about me at all.
It was, bruv, that was people think it's a joke. It's like a relationship. Like, I gave you chances. I gave you chances, and you let me down. And now you want me to rely on you.
Hey, big up to Sam from Damiano Hair, bro. Oh my God,
that sounded like the intro to an Usher tune. Like, do you know what I mean?
Bro.
God, bro.
Look, listen, I've been thinking.
Yeah, I've been thinking. You don't
put my hands through my hair and I miss you.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
It's like when can you cut me? What? One second. Moves away. I was like,
What were you gonna say?
I just think to myself, there must have been something you've done, man, because he had
It felt it, innit?
He had that prepped. He was like, this motherfucker again, man.
You can feel that energy in it.
As soon as he answered the phone, he was like, okay, here we go. This is it.
You can feel that energy.
Do you know what? There's one way out of it. There's a shortcut out of this, but it might be bad because you will set the president moving forward.
Just go into the shop straight and just sit there.
I think you might have to give him the tip, you know. You might have to give him the tip.
How much
I don't mean the
That's a good
tip,
question,
yeah,
man.
but you might have to give him a little bit extra.
I only tip. I'm not gonna say my prices only because I don't know who else pays
It's all right.
what.
Yeah.
But I would tip, like on special occasions.
Okay.
But I've stopped tipping because I remember the days when barbers used to give you a free haircut on your birthday.
Yeah.
And no one has given me that for the longest time.
You don't tip.
Only on special occasions, like if it's Christmas time. I know how busy they get. So for me, if you're a barbershop that puts your price up, because there's one barber that I know, sick barber, won't say their name. They put their prices up at Christmas because they know how busy they get. Yeah,
yeah, good.
You think so? Yeah.
Well, you know what? Be organised, isn't it?
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I see that.
No, not at Christmas is in the week, the month of December.
Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. So they put their prices up then. I'm not tipping if you've already taken that from me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
If I'm paying an additional 5, 10, whatever it is, that's your tip, Ruben.
I understand that, Aurie, but I feel like you're in a situation where words can be used. You can use words to get out of it. But I'm just saying the shortcut could be next time you get the trim, just say, look.
I don't.
Just give it and just say, look, this is for your troubles, brother.
Here's an extra £25.
I feel you.
I'm sorry, what?
20. That's the only way you're buying your way out of this.
I believe he said, Mickey, if you're right, you've missed appointments before. So maybe
He did.
He said, I'm giving you chances and you've not shown up.
He's giving me chances for time slots that he could do, but I couldn't.
Aurie, we're here for you. Don't raise your
I'll read
voice.
the messages, you know what? You're not looking at me sideways. I'll read these messages.
As you go for the messages, I'm going to break this down. So this has parallels with like someone saying they'll meet you for dinner. They get to dinner. You know, that's when they're eating the breadsticks and drinking wine, and the waiter's like, "Are you ready to order yet?" Oh no, I'm still waiting for my date.
I'm not trying to
we only have 2 hours of the table.
I'm reading.
And there's 30 minutes left.
And they get up.
Yeah, it's that's kind of environment. So you've taken time. And time is money.
I think that's
so. I think the quick way out of this, Aurie, for you is to just whatever your trim is, put another trim on top. Give it to him. Say, look, are we good? Yeah. Next time I call you, are we set?
Brother,
give him the spud.
I will squeeze his hand and pull him close and say, "Are we?"
So you're gonna mess with the tools that he uses to trim. You're gonna break his hand.
There's a funny story around that as well. Big up to I'm gonna say Sam because he's already been on the pod. Excuse me. 2 things I'm gonna highlight. One. I've not missed any appointments. He's given me time slots I couldn't do because I had to get to other places, right?
Cool.
And that's after he's not had any. Then he'll call me and say, I've had a dropout.
Okay.
And I'm like, what time? 6. I can't. I got to be in London by 6. Okay. So that I can't do. Okay. That's not missed opportunities that were already set. That was him giving me some. And that's not him bad. He's done his thing.
You know the next guest on the podcast, who that has to be, right? I'm not going to be here, Mickey. You're going to have your...
We're going to have to have something.
Yeah, we're going to have to put like
Brother, if he's got time to be in the podcast, he's got time to trim hair.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yes.
You feel some kind of way about this guy, innit?
No. He's my boy. Well, one thing that I did do, and I put him on socials for this as well. Yeah. Do you remember like seeing on my socials when I had my tour, the Green Tour, and I did in Bedford?
Yeah.
And there was a guy who was drunk in the audience and he was shouting out. So what I did is I said on the stage, at the end of this, I'm gonna have to do something to him when I see him because he's interrupting his tour show. It was him. So I pulled him outside, right? And he was like, yo, this show is sick. And I was like, swear down. And he gave me the hand little thing.
Yeah.
And he tried to pull it out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going nowhere. Tried to pull his hand back. I'm like, yo, listen, so you were here trying to squeeze some noise out of my shirt. Let me squeeze your hand right now. I had his hand like that for like 5 minutes.
So he's back. Gets it back smashed.
And the thing is, it was the first time I did it to the barber who owns the shop because they're all brethren, they're all young like us, so we could just have a bit of banter. But I did to him first. Like, it wasn't even me. I'm like, who was it? He tells me who it was. I go to the Sam. I say, yo, Sam, listen, yeah. It's either one of 2 things I got to do. I got to 1, never come to the shop again after how you were like interrupting the show, or 2, I just rough you up now and then we could call it square. Roughed him up. That's a brethren thing, like 2 brothers. You know, like when brothers get on each other's nerves, they swing it out a little bit and they go, you know what, we settled the thing. That's what it was. Yeah. So maybe that's why I'm not important no more.
So you beat up your barber,
man.
I never beat. Listen, it wasn't that.
That's a good. I don't know how you title the episodes, but I beat up my barber is probably the best title for this. episode if you do that. Is that how do we do this?
I think that's exactly what we're going to do.
I
I think we've done a really good job of unpacking this, and I think you've behaved really well in the way that you handled the situation.
So you believe me? Yeah, thank you.
I don't believe you. What I think,
I think it's funny because your story
maybe
changed when he was off the phone. His story changed.
I think my man was shouting out at your show, and then you went and knocked him out, and now he's not happy.
I never knocked anybody out. I just squeezed up a man's hand.
Should have knocked him out because he would have forgot what you did to him.
No, bro. But listen, imagine I was sitting outside your podcast, and I know that you're doing a recording, and I'm there shouting the whole time, right? And I'm interrupting your recording. If you come and punch me up a few times, then I deserve getting punch up.
100%.
100%. You understand? You could punch me. 3-4 punches from you lets me know, Aurie, you need to kind of like calm it down. Do you understand what I'm saying? That lets me know that I shouldn't have been messing up. That I expect it. You're laughing, but it's the truth. Punch me up.
Aurie Styla beat up his barber.
We're not saying that narrative. I never beat up my barber.
He beat up his barber and wonders why when he calls up, his barber's quivering the other in the front. Oh, sorry, bro. I can't.
Bro, how am I supposed to now put that as the name of the podcast?
I beat up my barber.
I'd expect him to ever want to trim me again. I got a whole episode called "I Beat Up My Barber." No way.
We're gonna have to find you a new barber, I think, bro.
I'm gonna have to.
You're probably going to be on a list soon, you know.
Yeah. Don't cut this guy.
With like licensing and bars and stuff like that, there's a list of people that are barred in the area that police have watchful eye on. You got to go into the barbers. If they open a little book and go, yeah, sorry, we're not free till next Thursday. That's the code to it. That's the code. Yeah. You'll be like, you have to, bruv, bruv, I think, honestly, let's bring it back. You might have to just use some money, bruv. Or just have some conversation with him. Clear the air.
I feel
air
like
needs to be cleared.
I feel like
someone has to be the bigger man.
I feel like the air is clear. I have no idea.
You felt like that was a clear air conversation.
Bro, I'm struggling.
He's busy, man. He's struggling. He's come from a wedding. He's tired. That's all it is, man. That's all
okay, cool. All right.
Bless him, man.
Fair enough.
That was funny.
Fair enough.
I hope that it all fixes itself, man.
It'll be fine.
Time heals all, as they say.
I would like to listen in future episodes to hear how this saga
for
finishes.
sure.
I got to get him on at some point.
We're going to have to get one of those tables like Will Smith and his missus did, man, and just...
Oh, the red tables? Oh, wow. See, what my problem is
never that.
I feel like the energy you bring to the barber seat is just, it's very self-indulging.
Well, the thing is, I wanted to get a haircut. Then what happened was the hair grew too fast, and now my hair is in an entanglement. So,
oh man, oh please,
oh man.
All right.
Let's move on. Let's move on swiftly from that. There was something I wanted to discuss this week before the game stuff. What was it? There was something that came. That was it. Do you watch Love Island?
I actually don't watch Love Island.
You don't either.
No.
I don't. I never have watched Love Island. I believe it's been on.
Yeah.
I've seen a bit of it, and I'm like, listen, I ain't got enough energy to be hating or whatever, but I'm just like, it's not for me, bruv.
All right, good.
I've been on holiday enough times. I've seen antics like that in real life. You know what I mean?
There was a deep dive that this girl took on. I did a video about, and she was saying about the racism on Love Island, which we've seen all the time. I did not know that this season.
Primetime TV is racist?
It can be.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. News, right? News.
Wow, that's mad,
News.
you know? It's mad shocking.
I didn't know is that this year that people had picked, like they had the power to pick who to couple people up with on the outside.
Right.
So what the world voted for is obviously put the black people together.
Yeah, of course.
Me personally, I'm fine with that. But obviously
That's
for the
what-
reasons
yeah,
of
of course,
if you want to
that's what
date black, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, cool. But that's what the public would expect, so that's what they do, yeah.
See, there's a difference in how the public may have done it. I would be like, yo, black love, get them
cool.
together.
Yeah,
when
cool.
the others are like, get them black people away from
Really?
the white ones.
I don't know how it works. I don't know how the show works.
Mickey,
so
you
I don't know.
can join in this one if
I
you
can
want.
weigh in
to.
on this one as a
yeah,
white
you're
man.
very quiet if you want, but you can join in this
No,
one.
Just how the show works. I don't know how
I have no idea how the show works, but what I have read
we're
the same
gonna
as what you've
stumble
read
through
is
this.
that they've-
Great then, yeah,
What I think is, so what you're saying is the public has chosen.
At the beginning, apparently, the public coupled people up of who they thought that they should be with. That's what I heard about this season.
And they coupled the black couples together.
There was 2 black men, 2 black women, and they just said, let's put the black people together. And then all the storylines afterwards have been mainly around all the white cast. The mainly, I think one called Gemma.
Sounds like a white name.
Is Gemma?
It's definitely a white name.
Is Gemma?
I don't know any black
Who is
Gemmas.
Michael Owen's daughter in there?
His daughter is Michael Owen's daughter
daughter's
is
in
on
there.
Love Island.
Yeah.
I'm about to tune in.
I thought people go on those shows because they want money.
Yeah,
She doesn't need
No,
money.
they want love. Yeah, Gemma. So it's Gemma. Gemma is the one who is Michael Owen's daughter. And like the main
But
storyline.
1 second. You can be on a show and say you lipsed Michael Owen's daughter, and then swapped her out for someone else, right? They swap shit around.
They do
I know
every
enough
now and then,
that happens.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if it was everyone got together and was in a relationship, that show wouldn't run.
Yeah,
So
it'd
shit
be
happens.
boring, yeah.
So there's a potential to lips Michael Owen's daughter.
Yes.
You think about going Love Island?
Now I get why they put people like that in there, because that makes you a target where people want to.
But they didn't know it was Michael Owen's daughter, though.
They don't know, yeah? She's
don't
not
know.
called Owen.
She is called Owen.
Does she
but
look like Michael Owen with long hair? That would be funny.
That would be
I'd
funny.
find that very funny. Because
I don't think so.
They'd be like, she's so beautiful, but I feel like I've seen her face somewhere else. She looks kind of like Michael Owen. She's got the top of the head looks like Michael Owen. The
see
eyes.
that.
She's obviously got a big tan, which is, of course, not natural, but you know, surprise, surprise.
So just to unpack this real quick. Well, so what? So Gemma, Michael Owen's daughter, is saying what?
So Gemma's just one of the main storylines in there. Like you could tell that they're filming a lot more about her and what goes on with the relationships that she's in.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And all of the other people, like especially the black characters, are kind of like the side friends and stuff.
Right.
Right? 2 of them got voted out. I think there was one. I'm just reading like the stories that I've heard in this breakdown. There was one where one guy had the option to link up with one of the girls in there. It was either link up with one of the girls. I'm not sure which one. I'll find her name, but she's black.
Right.
And he's not. And he had the chance to be able to couple up just before he got voted out with her. And he chose to leave.
You just chose to leave.
I don't think it was as blasé as,
Wow.
wait, be with the black girl or leave? I'll leave. It was more so the opportunity to stay in, if you're going to be playing the game, would be, well, why not get, with the girl who's available?
Yeah.
The girl who'd been available was the girl who's black. He was like, I'm going to leave.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the aim of the game though?
Last 2 couples win, and they get money.
So say there's like,
So you play a game then,
six
wouldn't
people,
you?
3 of us and 3
Three
girls,
women, yeah.
right? 3 women. And then we couple up. How do they make it risky? Does someone leave and then we then all have to decide if we couple
Couples
up?
that they vote who is like the worst couples will come out, and they might say, and between the 2 they might get rid of one person instead of 2, and that one person may try to steal another girl from
Because
another
you're
couple.
by yourself because you need to couple up.
Yeah, so
otherwise
they do
you
something
get
called
kicked out.
recoupling, right?
Recoupling,
So
yeah.
like, it's where you say you spend time with each other for like a few days, right? And then
Yeah.
you say it's all a shock. You don't tell anybody, but then you say, I don't want to be with this person anymore.
Or they might force you to date someone else.
The men's choose the women, or the women choose the men.
Yes.
And you can pull people from X, Y, and Z, right? That's insane.
Yes.
The concept of it is insane.
Yeah. That's Love Island, and unfortunately that's the way the world is. This is what we like to celebrate on television.
Big 2022, we're pimping out
2022,
kids, you know?
we're pimping out kids.
For
That's what it
money-
is.
for-
It's
and
100% what it is.
and the prize is money and fame, innit?
Yes, so
money-
it's pimping out. It's
But
pimping out.
the
people.
fame is like guaranteed just for being in there, right?
Yeah.
For the last 10 or so. These guys come out with like all sorts of deals and all sorts of crazy.
Yeah.
You forget
Yeah.
Tommy Fury was in there.
Yeah.
You had the only one I ever kind of paid slightly attention to was the one that he was in, and I remember thinking I thought it was fixed. If I'm entirely honest,
Yeah.
I thought like they were like given a Only Way is Essex. For
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Almost
Okay.
like given like a script,
Yeah.
or not a script, given a things to talk about, because they like suddenly be like, "Can we go for a chat?" And then they go and sit down on a chair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People are paying close attention to these 2 couples. They want to get together. Do you know what I mean? It all just felt a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
What I need to understand is, why do people like this show? And I'm not being an arsehole.
Easy.
I just don't like. People ask me and
Yeah.
you, why do you like Star Trek? And
It's-
I've got an answer for that. But why do
Yeah.
they enjoy it? Yeah, go on.
Voyeurism. It's watching other people live out their lives, so you can then go, oh, I want to see how they do what they do. I mean, there's kids that watch video games.
Yeah.
Other people playing video games
okay.
on YouTube.
So then-
it's like the adult version of that, because you're also having a bit of control over who does
Okay.
what and voting.
Am I right in thinking that if everyone got together and coupled up and it was all nice,
Mm.
I wouldn't have as many viewers as if something.
If everyone
goes
was in
off,
there and they
that's
coupled
wrong.
up and it was all nice, and yeah. But they get people that are, a lot of them, emotionally unstable.
So
You can couple up no matter how nice you are.
So you're saying pretty much, right? Or this is what I'm taking from it, is that we as a UK community, and because it's the UK version we're talking about, we enjoy watching people suffer and struggle.
Bro, that's exactly
As
what
opposed
reality
to not.
TV is. Look at the, I mean,
So dark.
on a serious note, the amount of people that have gone into that program, come out and not dealt with, and not been able to deal with the fame and all of the attention, and have taken their own lives because they've been put on a platform But there are probably other things as well, other factors.
I've heard that stat before, and I don't want to like malign it, but it's probably one of the shows where there's been the most, like, largest number of publicized suicides post show. Because I know because of that, a lot of like our mates that have been in like similar kind of shows on Channel 4 ITV, they get like a
training and stuff.
They get training and they get
emotional kind of support and so on. Yeah,
and I've almost been on a show. I've been shortlisted for a show and I had to have a psych eval, like, so where you sit down.
Seriously?
Yeah. So I was going to be on a show, buddying up with someone.
When was you going to be on Naked Attraction?
Please can we talk about it afterwards, because that is just wild. But like they pretty much give you like a full like a very deep conversation.
Yeah, they're trying to cover their backs.
And then I think after most shows you get unlimited. They don't tell you only get 4 sessions. I think you can have as many as you need until you taper off, or they give you a year or something like that because of what happened on Love Island. But Naked Attraction, that is a whole different kind of wild.
That's crazy.
But it's like, you know, I am impressed at the confidence, because you've got like, hi, I'm James. I work in retail in the centre of Manchester.
Here's my penis.
And here's my dick. And on Monday, you could be shopping and be like, yo, hi, James.
Oh, it's James.
I seen your dick.
With the chode.
Yeah.
James, what you doing with your trousers on, bro?
Almost didn't recognise you.
Yeah.
Man. I wouldn't do programs.
You gotta have something about you, innit? You gotta have something about you to be able to just waltz on like, oh, sign me up, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How
You
much
gotta
are
be
you getting
thinking
paid?
warm thoughts as a man, innit? Whoever you are, however big you're packing, you gotta make sure that studio's nice.
But
and
then
warm.
you see the man on like the nudist beaches or whatever.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing.
I've
you know what I mean?
done the nude spa.
But that's not. But
You what?
You've done it, but that's not
I'll break
sexual
it down
though.
in a minute,
But I'm alright thinking that environment, like a nude beach, isn't.
No, it's
we're not sexy, are we?
No.
But Naked Attraction,
It's about
you're a bred
attracted, yeah.
with like out, and you're, for example, because it goes both ways, man. Film, and you see someone that you fancy, and you've got to stay cool.
Yeah.
Like, what do they do?
Based
Do
on
they
their
not?
toes.
Do they not?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know? Do they have to relieve themselves beforehand? Because if you're in the studio, what happens if you're in the studio and they're like, I really like, what happens if you get a lob on? Because they can't show that on TV. Do you need 5 minutes to cool down?
That's crazy.
I've never thought of it. I've never gone into that detail in my mind.
I've watched a couple episodes, but I don't. It's one of those ones where I don't feel good watching it. I feel like this is TV's got to do better than this.
All right, so
because out of interest, I watched a couple.
So the whole nude spa thing, right? It's
nude spa,
Let's talk about
no.
being naked. I didn't think I'd be comfortable going to a nude spa. I was seeing someone who was in Amsterdam, and she's very earthy in terms of in touch with nature, in touch with spiritualism and so on. Being naked for her was a lot more comfortable. Went to this nude spa that she said, let's go to, and I went there. Yeah. And you feel naked if you're not naked, because everybody is.
Yeah.
You walking around with clothes, everyone's looking at you like, oh, look at this fool.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's he think he is?
Yeah.
And then so after a while you walk around, you get out a dressing gown, put that on, but there's nothing on underneath it. There's a pool. Yeah. There's like areas with jacuzzis.
I don't know why I said like that. Yeah.
Trust me, it's not because everybody of all ages is there.
Of course.
It's not all Yeah, man. And so I was walking around.
You got ankle, bum cheeks hitting knee back, and
it's a lot of that. It's the human body, isn't
belly's hitting knees and boobs hitting all parts.
This is it. It's the human body of all ages, shapes, and sizes.
We lose elasticity. It happens.
So we're walking around, and I think the thing for me was, which is a weird thing to think because I swim all the time. Had a pool which was an indoor and outdoor one, so you could swim to where they had like an alcove bit, and then it took you to the outside bit. Now it was cold in Amsterdam, but the pool's super heated. Okay. It was quite refreshing to do. But because it's so warm, I'm thinking I'm stewing in this.
Yeah.
And I swim like proper, like underwater and lengths and so on. Even though it wasn't them, what they do is they add like Himalayan salt.
Nice.
To give the water that kind of density that allows it. I think it's good for your body.
Himalayan mountain salt. It looks pink. If you see it in the shops, use that.
Exactly.
Very good.
But I'm in the pool. This don't taste like chlorine. Like,
oh no.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, something stewed in this pool where everyone's naked and is a lot of low hanging. So I'm there thinking, I felt sick after a while until I had to realize when I go swimming like at a regular swimming pool,
exactly,
it's the same thing, but you just don't. It's just chlorine. But with this is Himalayan salt. But you had to remind yourself, this is It was a bit weird.
Yeah, bro.
But I got comfortable after. It got after about 10, 15 minutes walking around naked. Honestly, it's not that bad.
Bro, you know what it is? I grew up playing rugby, man. And you know what these boys are like?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? If you wore shorts in the shower, you're getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was only about 17, 18, and these boys are like dragging you in the shower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no shorts allowed, man. You better go in there and
We'll get clean in there.
do you know what I mean? And it gets wild in those places.
Yeah,
rugby players are weird.
Yeah, rugby guys are different.
Rugby players are weird, bro.
Respectfully, bro.
Respectfully,
I don't know
biggest
how
bunch
you
of freaks.
survive.
That
ever,
rugby
man.
culture is very like interesting. Like,
Right.
like I don't for such like a
Interesting's a word.
alpha, and I'm using like speech marks. Like such an alpha community. I can't think of anything that I've seen looking less attractive to females when they roll into a bar. Like I've never seen a girl go, "Oh, look, the rugby boys are coming. Look at them, how they're drinking."
Bro, you know what
pints
they have
of
like a
sick and all that."
select, like it's like a. If I think if girls are into that kind of bloke,
Yeah.
they're into that kind of
Yeah,
bloke.
yeah,
You get me?
yeah.
Like, bro, their rugby initiations are like something out of like a book. You get me?
Yep.
I had to do so they had a gym sock
Yeah.
in this bag that had been in there. I don't even know how long it had been in there. Yeah, and they made me down a pint of whatever they wanted off the rack through the gym sock. So they put it over the drink, and I had to drink the drink through the gym sock.
Listen, everything dead in that place if you make me do that. Everything dead.
And I didn't have a choice.
No. Everything dead.
Because it is a case of right.
Dead.
It is a case of
Dead.
if you refuse,
Everything dead.
you're not part of the
No,
you're
no,
not
no.
part of the family. Yeah,
Dead.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Aurie, but I'm
Everything
trying to,
dead.
bro. At our age now, I'm trying to understand. You know,
No,
I'm
you
trying
can-
to-
you do what you want.
I'm not
Understand
drinking.
that everything dead.
I'm not drinking, but I said everything dead.
Everything
But-
dead. You can't make me drink something. Drink through a dirty
The other
sock.
thing I need to add is the sock stank.
Everything dead.
Stank.
What were you drinking for?
Fee dead.
So they give me a pint glass and they filled the pint glass up with everything on the rack in the bar.
So spirits,
Spirits, beer, bro, loads of stuff in there,
Fidel.
right? And then chuck the sock over the top, so over it, and then you have to drink the drink through the sock.
Everything
So
dead.
that is like the definition of crazy white boy shit. That
Yeah,
is, isn't it? That
it's
is,
exactly
that
what it
is
is.
Proper rugby
Exactly
culture.
what it is.
Everything
I
dead.
don't think I could get down with that, man. Like,
Nah.
don't get me wrong. I'll do the shots. I'll do a dirty pint if there's a pint that's got everything in it. But that kind of stuff's mad. Like, I think at my uni there was like. Aurie's got the sign up that just says dead. There were guys.
Everything
There
dead.
were, I swear there was like they made the guys like strip off or something like that. Man's got the dead sign out here.
Everything dead.
But they like make you strip off and do madness like that. But anyway, back to the spa thing though, Aurie. I've been in Germany. I didn't realize in Germany it's a health and safety thing, like in their culture, or like should we health and safety, kind of like hygiene thing that you don't wear
Clothes.
Clothes in the spa.
Yeah.
So I thought, when in Germany, I think I was in Dusseldorf doing some work with Ford or something, and it was like I'm gonna do as the Germans do, because when I'm in your culture, I'm respecting your culture.
Facts,
Do you know
yeah, I
what
get
I mean?
that.
What I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I remember I was in the spa and I was like, okay, cool. Took the towel off, hung it up outside the spa, sat there, spread my legs for, look proud, look like you know what you're doing. But I was in there, I noticed people had brought in little towels that they put over to protect their modesty. So I was like, I've gone too far.
You're sitting
I've
there
gone too far. I'm there just swinging let that
Slapping
steam
it down.
hit me. Just
like the
so-
brother and the boys.
yeah, so I had to hit, like, I was like, oh shit, done it wrong. But I hit on my people in Germany. Apparently, you can have a little bit of, in Germany, it's naked, but you can have a little bit of towel to, respect your
Cover.
modesty. Yeah. And one girl I know, she's like a model, and she says she does feel like some of the older guys oogle her a little bit, so she has a little towel to just cover herself up. But you can see in that you could be like, you could be in the steam room with your boss naked, and it's normal. Oh, you're right. It's normal. Like, do you know what I mean? You could be there with like people that you know, family, friends, whatever. It's just normal. You strip down.
I've got a question actually for someone who's been to Germany, because I see a video about it the other day and I thought that's weird, but I'd like to confirm this is true or not if you're in your experience. There's like a thing in Germany where they don't like waiters and waitresses. Is that true? Like they don't like treat them the same as we treat our waiters and waitresses.
Is in what they treat them with like disdain, like or
Yeah, they
not?
don't. It's kind of like
Really?
yeah, like serving the service personnel aren't respected. I don't know if that's entirely true, but in this video, it was this German girl, and she's talking about stuff that they do in Germany that's weird, and she's saying about how they don't have any respect for their service personnel. And I don't know if that's just like a culture thing or what, but in this video, I was like, that's weird. I'd like to confirm whether that's true or not. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't know.
I don't know. Whenever I've been there, I've been with like a couple German people. It's never really come up, but that's not nice, man.
Nah, it's not.
Come on, man. When someone's listen, you got to be nice with anyone with access to your food,
Yeah, facts.
your toothbrush, or basically your hotel room.
Listen, man,
because if you mess with any,
woman,
oh my
Chocolada.
God, I said this to my missus, innit?
Bitter. Schnell.
Schnell.
What the fuck, Schnell?
Kann ich haben ein Haus Schokolade? Bist du Deutsch? Wohnst du in Deutschland?
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just acting like a prissy woman.
Me and my missus went out for a meal the other day, yeah?
I speak German, just so you know.
Do you actually speak German?
Yes.
Is it? Could you? If we've plonked you in Germany, could you get on with yourself?
Yes.
Serious?
Wow.
That's
Wunderbar.
impressive, man.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. There you go. Yeah.
Dankeschön. That's all I've got, bro.
Dankeschön.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much and wonderful.
Yeah, there we go. We got this together as a trio.
Nailed it.
Let's go on tour, bro.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Me and Mrs. go out for a meal the other day, yeah? And this group of women come and sit next to us. And you can tell the second that someone speaks to a member of staff, like a service member of staff, that they're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, the way this woman spoke to her, and I hope for some divine right, yeah, that she's watching this podcast, you're a bitch. Yeah? Listen, the way
Let's get the bear out. We need to use the bear as a...
Micky says, you're a bitch.
Bro, the way she talked to this girl, yeah, honestly, man, and I'm just like, I said to my missus, you can tell, and I've been a waiter before, innit, so I know what it kind of feels like, but this woman was just like, she took way too long to answer the questions. Get me? Would you like a drink today? She just kind of looked at her and looked down, and then looked at her again, looked down, answers questions. Her food comes out, yeah, and it doesn't feel right, or the texture isn't correct or something. She waves this waitress over, yeah, and is like, "Oh, my food doesn't feel right, yeah." And the waitress is like, "Oh, would you like me to take it back and get you another?" And she was like, "No, just wanted to tell you."
Angling for a free meal.
Bruv.
Angling for a free meal, prick.
She told her and then said, no, I don't need to take it. I'm still going to eat it. But it just doesn't feel... I was like, so you just told her for no reason, bro.
Angling
and you know
for a free
what?
meal,
You know what the
man.
vibe was? I'll tell you exactly what it was. Bet you can guess. White middle-class women. Bruv. Sat there like, it's been 5 minutes. We've waited for our drinks for 5 minutes now. Can you... Bruv.
I've dated women like that, and they're not white middle class ones, but just women that have just been that way, where they feel privileged, and as soon as I see that, I'm like, we can't continue.
So unattractive, isn't it?
So ugly when you see that.
Unattractive.
So you know what we did?
Go on.
There was a door next to him, right? Leads outside, and it was really annoying because people kept walking through this door, and the wind would come blowing stuff over. So we went and we left the door open and bounced.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Thank you.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, my missus was like, we're leaving that door open, man.
People need their own comeuppance, man. What
100%. But then conversely, if you have like a regular place that you go to and you're nice to the waiters, waitress, chef, whatever, they'll move stuff for you, you know.
Yeah.
I've been in local restaurants in my area where they don't serve a certain dish on a certain day. The chef knows that it's my favorite.
Oh,
right? I've gone
yeah.
in there and I've seen the chef. I've been like, can I get my... I was like, we don't serve that today. But for you...
Yeah, we got
Rude
that.
boy, I'll make that happen. And I'm ordering my food like, can I have... I'm just going to call it burger and chips. It's not burger and chips. And the waiter's like, I'm sorry, we don't do that today. I'm like, talk to my guy.
Mama Jack's at Box Park in Wembley. Shout out to them.
There we go.
Listen, they don't do boozy chicken on the menu no more because they got a different chicken that they make. You know, switch up the menu.
Yeah.
But you ask them, especially if you know them, yo, you still got some boozy? Yeah, I could make a boozy chicken for you every time. I love it.
I think it's got everything to do with your upbringing, innit?
Upbringing and all upbringing, because manners come from upbringing, respect comes from upbringing, I reckon. So yeah, it's all got to do with the upbringing
and
man.
perspective as well. Maybe if you've not had the upbringing, but you've worked one of those jobs, which is a service job, and you know the grind.
Yeah, when you've been in that field before, I've
grind.
worked in retail, and it is some of the worst things you could do. It's just when you have to deal with some people that are just assholes.
Yeah, man.
Hurry up, do this. I remember one woman when I worked at Maplin in Harrow, and a woman got upset because when she asked me if I can do something, like go find something for her, she was there with her daughter. And I said, all right, I'll be back in a minute. I'll go take a look for you guys and see what's available, right? Do you notice anything I said wrong in that?
Nope.
No. It's because I referred to her and her daughter as guys.
Boy.
I wasn't thinking of any gender. I was thinking the grouping of
hell,
people.
Man?
I said, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to take a look for you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to find out if we got it in stock. And she went livid, wanted to call the manager. I was the supervisor on shift at that moment. I said, all right, give me 1 second. I went to look for the manager. He wasn't available. So I come back saying, look, I apologize. The manager's not available. Well, I want to speak to the supervisor. How can I help you?
Oh, wow.
When I tell you she lost her rag.
It was lovely to hear. So maybe we take some of that energy and apply that to that relationship.
After my trim, by my barber, until the next one, but after my trim,
yeah,
I love Sam, but bum my barber right now.
I'm saying that with his chest on the pod.
No, hear what I'm saying. My hair's a mess.
Yeah.
I did Hackney Empire. I did Gina Yashere and Friends
Big
2
up,
days in a row,
Big
right?
up yourself.
Over 1,000 people each show. 1,400
Come on,
in the
Aurie.
second show.
Come on.
They didn't come for me. I was just warming up for Gina.
Still.
But they came for Gina, and much deserved so, because she bodied the show. Oh my God.
What's America done to her kind of material? Because she spent time out there, innit?
Oh, she lives there. She's been there since 2009, I think.
Yeah, how do you think that's tweaked her material? Because obviously she was a British woman, but now she's bounced over there for a piece.
I don't think it's tweaked her material. She's always been how she is, but it's given... One thing I love about doing shows abroad is it gives you more experience and a perspective. You can go to America. Like we was talking about when I went to Canada, and we were talking about Popeye's chicken and what is a biscuit and stuff. I wouldn't have known that until I went out there. And it gives you perspective of being able to have a conversation about things that you haven't really experienced, but you've only seen on like Trouble TV, Nickelodeon. If you go to like America, you actually realize the culture is very different. The things are very different. And I think for her, she's British, but she's gone to America and she's picked up, she knows America through and through. And she'd be able to talk about that. So when she talks about that in America as a Brit, she has the perspective of someone who lives as an American citizen, but also as a Brit who is British born, looking at America from an outsider's perspective. And then she can come to the UK or anywhere else and talk about America from a British perspective to let her British people know what it's like to be in America. It opens up your eyes and gives you a wider perspective. Like she's got some, I don't want to say her jokes, but there's one where she talks about her car breaking down in New York. And it's not like it's a deep dive into the culture of New York and cars breaking down. It's a very simple kind of breakdown of what happened to her car breaking down, and how she delivers it is hilarious. And that's because she's had experience of being in New York, being in California, and watching her work. More so than the material, watching her work for me, what was good was someone who hit a glass ceiling here where opportunities weren't being given to her where they should have been. She went to the States and she got given more opportunities to grow and grow and grow. She still loves comedy and she'll still work in the clubs to make sure her comedy's on point, but grow. And then she comes back over here to visit family, friends, and maybe to do some shows. And the gap between the glass ceiling and where she is now was filled from going elsewhere. Come over here and she can do Hackney Empire 2 nights and it sell out. That's mad. Mate, that for me is inspiring, because you look at it and go, well, I feel like I'm hitting a ceiling at some point. What do I do? There's opportunities over there and you can make it work for you, and it's a beautiful thing to see happen. Hey, she bodied that show. I can't tell you how like much we were just in stitches when she talks about having a cat and not having a cat, having dogs and what cats are like, and just the little things. She talks about her show, Bob and Abishola, which I think is coming over here at some point soon. I think she's 3 seasons deep, doing season 4 now.
Heavy.
Bro, do you know who does the show? Who produced it? It's Chuck Lorre.
Really? What, Chuck Lorre producing that?
Yeah, 2.5 Men, Big Bang Theory, Chuck Lorre.
That's a big person to
Do you
have
see what I'm saying?
Show. But America still is, I feel like we still look at it as the place where you can, if you blow in America, you can take it around the world. There's a few exceptions. There are people that have done outside that. Don't get it twisted. But if you smash it over there, Hollywood still very much gives you energy that you can take over the rest of the globe. And would you ever go over there for a bit?
Yeah, of course. I was going to go there from this year, but I was planting the seeds 2020. I bought tickets to go to New York and then California. And that was just to kind of watch the scene a bit more, do some shows. I had a few open mic bits lined up. I'm more than happy to graft from the bottom, no matter how much I'm known here. I was going to go over there, graft, come back, and then go over again and again, just in little bits, just to pick it up, get the bug, learn the scene, and then hopefully see if I wanted to go out there for periods of time. 5 months over there, 7 months here, 3 months, 3 months, 9 months here. I wanted to see if I wanted to do that, and if there were opportunities that could be out there for me to do it. Hasn't gone to plan because pandemic hit, so it's been delayed. But I do want to still go over there, not because I think America is the place that you have to go.
No, not at all. Yeah,
I'm a person. Throw me anywhere and I'll do comedy.
Where's the like weirdest destination you've gone to, like in terms of okay, I didn't expect I could do a gig here, like
by name and title, Kurdistan.
Oh yeah, I remember you went to Kurdistan. Yeah. And then I think K Kurd, like mutual friend of ours was like, if you're out there in Kurdistan, make sure you connect
sent me to a Jamaican restaurant in Kurdistan.
Yeah, how was the food popping?
It was banging. It was lovely.
Nice,
man. Very authentic. It's a woman from America, New York. She's Jamaican herself, but she's from New York. Moved over there near where like there's some of the troops are. Yeah, set up a restaurant out there. And food was banging. And Kay showed me about it.
Were you performing to troops or were you performing to
locals and expats?
How'd that go down?
Banging.
Sick.
Bodied.
There you go.
I don't lose, bro. Why does people ask me, like, how did it go? Like, it wouldn't go any other way than 100%.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant more like, was there material that they bit into a little bit more?
I'm playing. I'm not that arrogant. I'm only being silly.
Yeah. Because I'm very close-minded, I think, like, in terms of I'm always trying to open my mind. So if I say that, like, I don't know enough, it helps me kind of open. Like, I wouldn't have thought Kurdistan to go for a banging comedy night, but now.
Oh, bro. It was predominantly expats with 500 people in the room.
Yeah.
Banging. It was really, really good. They loved it, man.
Heavy.
Absolutely loved it. But because of that, I can't go America now. We spoke about this before.
Oh, yeah, because they're like, if that's on your passport, how long does that last for? Like,
I think until I get another passport. Or, but no, I'm going to get a visa. Just have to go get a visa so they can check me out. What was you doing in Kurdistan?
You said it like it's easy to get a visa, That's so long, man.
It's not
like the ESTA.
No, the ESTA is what you have when you don't need a visa because you're on the waiver program.
Yeah.
But I have faith that all they're going to do is check up to see why did you go out there. I did comedy out there for a couple of days.
Oh, you think you're a funny guy? Yeah, you're a funny guy.
Yeah. Here's my show. Here's my that's what you got to do. It's not too bad. I think it's more if you have any things that flag up. So.
Yeah, I hear that.
Hey, we got to go into we've been having a good convo, but we got to go into
been up and down.
We got to go into stuff to watch, stuff to play.
Stuff to watch and
stuff to watch, stuff to play. That's a very cool name.
Stuff to watch, stuff to play. Firstly, I put up a post on my Facebook, which I've been getting not in trouble for, but everyone else has been in trouble for their comments. The poster for The Little Mermaid came out.
All right, I've not seen this yet. Go on, let me get this out because I've been unplugged.
Okay,
get my phone. I've been out of the game, working out of the country, like for the last 10 days, doing various projects. So I'm gonna
Little Mermaid. You know who that is? I know you're not that young.
Yeah, I want to see what Ariel's saying. Come on, she was someone that a lot of people fancied when they were younger. Can you connect me to your Wi-Fi? Please?
Oh yeah, sure.
Right, thank you very much. Sure. So I remember Little Mermaid. She
doesn't look the same now.
What's she look like now?
Say again.
What's she look like now?
Because she was probably one of the young animated characters that was probably sexualized the most.
She ginger,
on the come up. She
was
red hair,
yeah.
with shell bra on instead of clothes.
She now is red hair with shell bra on and clothes and a decent tan.
Okay,
like. Probably my level of tan.
I don't know why I typed into my phone Little Mermaid remake.
Yeah, she's got my level of tan, just so you know.
Okay.
And people were finding that problem.
Cool.
People were, mate, the comment section, as per usual, it's not right that you're changing traditions. How is it that Ariel's meant to be a black woman? This is not cool. Ariel has always traditionally been a white woman with red hair. And I said Ariel has always been a mermaid. And I don't think you can categorize what a mermaid is actually supposed to look like racially.
100%.
So it's Halle Bailey, who was born on March the 27th, 2000. So it means that she's 22 years old.
Yes.
What is going on? Anyway, sorry, that's an old people joke. Born in the year 2000. That's 2 weeks ago. Anyway, so people
they like it was
upset because a made-up story with a made-up character is using an actor that looks slightly different.
A mythological creature. Like, when I tell you
mermaid.
The comments on my Facebook, I had about 300-400 people commenting. People are arguing against each other. You had the ignorant ones. One guy actually tried to say to me, yeah, well, where she's based is Denmark because that's where the mermaid where the mermaid was. And I said, no, she's not from Denmark. She's from Atlantica.
So a man tried to use science on a mythological beast to say, Okay.
What is with these people?
She can have fish. She can have a fish tail with scales. She can also have a crab that sings Caribbean songs. She can have a dad with a trident that shoots laser beams. However, she can't be a black woman.
Sometimes I'm just happy that we don't live forever, that we die. Death's a good thing because people like that are not going to exist.
Bruv,
I thought about that. Someone spoke to me the other day about making everyone live forever, right?
No,
and I'm like, do you know how horrible the world would
It'd be terrible
if certain people didn't die?
It would be terrible.
I'm happy. You know what? I'm
We'd
glad.
be fucked,
yeah,
wouldn't we?
you know what? Suck your mum. Pussy old.
Bro, they were vexed. They were vexed.
I just
Let me ask you a real question. How does that make you feel?
Fine, do your thing. Have your opinion. I don't.
No, not the change of the character. I mean the people arguing it.
Yeah, I spoke about this with my therapist today. I believe everybody has the right to their opinion, even if I don't like it, and even if that opinion is racist, you have the right to it. What I don't like is if you act upon your opinion and do something which is to harm others actively. So, for example, if you are somebody who's racist, I don't like black people, but you stay in your house and don't talk to me, never going to affect me. That's you and your ignorance affecting you, telling you that you can't meet us or see us or be around us. That's you. If you decide to take that and go do something with it, then we have a problem. So for me, my opinion of them is I don't care what you think. If I have to hear it, I'm going to address it.
Yeah.
If you then do something to harm me or someone, we're going to have an even bigger problem. And that's the problem that I have.
I hear that.
Even if you try to teach other people that your opinion is right and wrong, that's you teaching kids and they may act on it, then I also have a problem.
And that's why I have a problem with that. That's why I have a problem with that comment, because that's harmful, that comment, because you're trying to use science to prove a mythological point.
It.
To
that comment was so
to bend stuff to your will. That I find that kind of comment dangerous. And whilst I don't engage with trolls and stuff online, that in itself is what is the dangerous thing. Because someone could read that and go, you know what? Yeah, it's got a fucking point, mate.
Yeah,
it is not real blood.
It's not real. It's a mermaid.
But any argument, that comes from that. Any argument, is fundamentally racist.
Fundamentally, yes.
Because any, but that mythological.
Sorry, we got all day, mate.
That mythological fake cartoon that was made by a dude, drew it, doesn't exist.
Well, before that, it was Hans Christian Andersen who made The Little Mermaid, the book. He was Danish. That's why people say it was done in Denmark.
But it's not real.
I know it's not.
Guess what? You don't own it. Disney does, and they've made The Little Mermaid brown.
What's the problem?
Deal with it.
What's the problem?
How can anybody, wake up, This is what it winds me up to my core, man. How can they wake up, see that, and go, you know what? I'm finna tweet. I'm finna text someone.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like, put it out there. Like, it's just spreading.
Do you know what it is though? People say we're ruining the classics because of woke-isms. That's what they think it is. They're ruining the classics because of trying to be woke. How about they just wanted to have a different looking mermaid?
How about they just realised that all of the cartoons thus far have been white, and they want to, you know what I mean? They want to change some things up.
Now, I like that you said that, not me, because as soon as I say that, those who don't look like me and look like you will go, see, there's an agenda. They'll hear it from my mouth thinking that. But if you're saying it, they'll be like, well, where does he benefit?
Yeah.
It's almost like having an ally that can sit here and go, actually, you guys are being silly for thinking that her being black is wrong, because from your perspective you've got nothing to gain. From my perspective, they'll be thinking that, well, of course you would fight for that because you yourself are. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I like that you said it. I agree with you. But that's why I like that you said it rather than me having to.
It's a shame that it's such a trash film that I'm not going to watch anyway.
It may not be, man.
Allow yourself, man.
Little Mermaid might be vibes.
Stop trying to squeeze extra peas out of the remix.
No. What I would if I was Disney. Lion King.
I get it. Do your thing.
Lion King did 1.6 billion. 1.2 or 1.6.
That's fantastic. And I'm not watching The Lion King. I'm not watching Aladdin. I'm not watching Little Mermaid. I'm not watching Beauty and the Beast. I'm not watching it.
Now you're missing out. Some of them are dope.
Bro,
that's fine.
You can't tell Maleficent wasn't
as long
good.
as Sebastian's in there, man.
Maleficent was actually. I watched that.
As long as Sebastian's in there.
Which is another thing.
Who's going to play Sebastian then?
Well, because Samuel E. Wright's dead, so I don't know.
Who's IMDb?
I don't know.
Jump on and find out.
Mavado.
Better be a real yard man.
That's what I want. Have you seen? What's it called, man? It is. It begins with M, and they got like a magic house.
Oh, it's Daveed Diggs. You know the guy from Hamilton.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, because he can actually really sing as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I don't know what you're talking about now.
There's a magic house. They all got powers. It's like Disney animated film.
Umbrella Academy is what I was thinking.
The Magic House.
Oh, Encanto was amazing.
What a film.
Amazing. Encanto.
Very good film.
Bro.
Oh my God, whilst we're on TV series, oh my
He's watched The Boys.
God,
Are you up to date on The Boys?
He's not. You can't. He's only on season 1, maybe season 2.
Listen, when I said I was going to blow up, when I thought you posted a spoiler, I was like, if something happens to my boy MM, man, I'm going to lose it because he's my boy.
Are you up to date right now?
I'm 100% up to date. Have you watched the animated?
No, he hasn't.
Season 2.
So there's an animated series for you before season 3.
Oh, yes, you got to watch that.
What?
It's
Animated
on
series
Amazon
Boys?
Prime, yeah.
It's like, they got like
What's it
20-minute shorts.
What's it called? Like The Boys Unleashed. It's something
Unleashed
mad like that. Something like that. Yeah,
You
yeah,
watched
yeah.
that before?
No, you don't have to, but do.
It's a good supplement
Yeah.
to watch.
Really?
It gives you
So
a bit more of a world story.
Series 2 now, yeah?
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoying myself, let
Yep.
me say, man. Thoroughly enjoying myself.
Do you see why they say Homelander is an arsehole?
Homelander is a psycho,
Yeah,
bro.
I told you.
I dare you to
Told
say
you
he's
that
a
last week.
I dare you to
psycho.
say that to his face, bruv.
Never. I say, hi, Homelander, how are you? Bro, the guy's a schizo. He's proper like...
Yeah.
He's
He
like...
gets worse.
So
He's a very troubled individual, yeah.
But what they've done is they've played it so well, man.
Yeah.
He's played it so well because you can see like, I've just got to hit the part where his son pushes him over, and you can see from his acting that he's thinking, "Oh, this kid can."
Yeah,
push
he's
me.
got me, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I'm invested.
Okay, so we can't give away too much because
Tricky.
the last episode with the viewer's discretion on it.
Bad.
That's why I said, don't say why. That's why I said pour mother's milk, because
Don't do
the
it.
scene in it. I won't say, but bro,
I love his character as well, you know.
I love his character. He's great in
Have
it.
you noticed his t-shirts are always on point as well? He's got the sickest. Have you not noticed?
I never even
Look,
noticed.
always
Watch
check
your
out his
mother's milk's
t-shirts.
t-shirts.
He's got the
Honestly.
bangest
Really?
t-shirt. Yeah, just like real cool t-shirts.
Without spoiling, the reason why I went pour mother's milk, because if that happened to me, everything dead. I'm serious. Everything, bro. When you get to it, it's the only episode on the whole show that's had a viewer's discretion mark on it, right? And I was like,
And that's
the boys.
bearing in mind, you've seen a show where they've put dynamite up someone's ass to blow him up.
Blew him up,
in the first few episodes.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
When a man ran through his girlfriend in the first
my
episode,
God.
Someone
and broke
literally
into
ran
bits.
through his girlfriend. Sorry.
Oh yeah, wait. When I said
for those that
ran
haven't
through,
seen it, he literally ran through
his
man's girlfriend. Yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
Yeah.
But on the not just focusing on the boys, you also told me about Stranger Things, right?
no,
Was it you that told me about
no,
Stranger
that
Things?
was Daniel. That was Stranger Things.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm on season 4 of Stranger Things, and
Is it good?
nobody warned me it was a horror.
Is it really a horror?
It is a horror.
Scary.
Sci-fi
Scary.
horror, would you call it?
Yeah,
Sci-fi, got
it's
sci-fi
sci-fi
twist to
horror.
it?
I mean, I'm not a horror dude at
Okay.
all. We're talking like
You've just put me off it now.
Paranormal Activity is like the highest I've ever been in terms of
Scared.
scared.
It's
scared.
Is it scarier than that?
Nah,
no,
you know what it is?
I'm a super wimp and I
They're-
love it. So you should
Okay.
be
You know what it is, yeah? I used to have a grandfather clock when I lived back with my mum, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, a grandfather clock, a big, like 6 foot big
yeah.
clock. And it's based around this grandfather clock. And it's identical to the one my mum had at her house.
Right.
So I need to. All right, I didn't have a grandfather clock, so I didn't have money like that.
I
No,
don't
I had to tell the time was on the cooker.
On the cooker.
Yeah, the one clock we had in the house.
On the microwave.
What's the microwave? Oh, is that luxury you had? I didn't know. I didn't. Well, man, you sound like you had a good life.
We had it,
Is it
man.
next to the pantry, yeah?
Never had a pantry, bro.
So Stranger Things is scary.
Yeah.
I find it particularly creepy, yeah.
Is it scarier than The Last of Us? Because I've still got to get through this.
I think
there's
The Last of Us
elements,
is
yeah.
jump scare. I feel like it's creepy.
Yeah,
it's
creepy.
creepy.
It's not. It's what would say scary. People will be watching this and thinking this guy's an absolute wuss, but it is. To me, it's creepy, right? But The Last of Us, there'll be points where you'll pause and put the pad down and take some deep breaths for sure, because you know something's about to pop off.
Yeah.
I'll bear it in mind. Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge.
Did you like it?
I haven't started it. Oh, bro. I texted you and said, "Is it worth my time?"
Yes.
By the guys that are behind the new Streets of Rage.
Yes.
And you said that, right?
And I said to download. Is it on your Game Pass?
No, I'm gonna get it on Switch.
Yeah. All right. Get them, play them, keep them. I play them on both. Terminator, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Where'd Terminator come from? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 100%.
Yeah.
Wicked game.
So there's a game that I don't know if you guys ever play PC games, right? But,
Yeah, of course.
So there's a game called Star Citizen.
Okay,
Ever
yeah.
heard of it?
Yeah.
So it's huge. It's a huge game, right? And I've been looking into it. I'm generally on the edge between leaving Mac and going to PC just to play this.
Tell us more about it, man.
Go on, break it down. Why?
It looks incredible.
But why do you want to do it? What's the game about?
Because it's like, if you're a Star Wars fan, you a Star Wars fan?
Yes. More Trek, but still.
Trek over Wars.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You
got a little
Star
millennial
Trek,
tattoo
old
of
Star
that.
Trek.
I've watched all Star Treks.
And the new ones as well.
Yeah,
the new ones are
yeah.
unbelievably done, by the way.
Yeah,
Such good films. But it's like an open world. You can spend a lot of real money, put it that way, on ships, and they're like to scale. They're huge. The game's unbelievable, right?
Okay.
But you have to have like a supercomputer to play it. So I'm in the process of debating leaving Mac
and going to
from
PC.
my creative side of things and pushing more towards PC just for the specs.
Will you have time to play it though?
I would
for the investment you're going to make.
Probably not. I would find time, but I've heard great things about this game. So I'm thinking about. I just was wondering if you guys have heard of it, but if not.
Nah, I've not. No, I've heard of it. I never played it though.
Sounds like No Man's Sky. Which I played
so it's No Man's Sky on roids. Basically, that's the vibe. That's the vibe I'm getting.
So it's like, is it super real? Like, because No Man's Sky is like realistic with some physics, but some of it kind of is a little bit like.
So like, put it this way: there's a YouTube channel of a guy who like does tours of the ships.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So like, walks you around the ships, and it's got like. They called it like space yachts or something.
And we're talking about metaverse and all this stuff. When we have games like this already, and like obviously because I'm into my tech thing, people go, Marcus, metaverse. And I'm like, bruv, sis, we're here already. Like we have games. You said you use real money to buy stuff that's
we're
digital.
Talking grands.
Yeah, then we have people that are in, it's called RP in GTA. So it's a big PC thing where it's role play. Rules are when you're playing, you make your character look real. Yeah, like you can even get in trouble on certain, it's called servers that you play in, like cities. You can get in trouble if you put stuff onto your character that doesn't look right, like the pixels are a bit funny, and you go in and you have a name in there and that's your real name. And when you talk about touching stuff, it's like, for example, you're like, oh, I can't get out my car, and they're like, use your M muscle because that's the key that you press. And in these cities, and this is here like GTA roleplay, like RP, search it on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. People are in these communities, they've got like friends, they've got businesses, they've got real money in there. So for example, if you want to buy a car in RP, you have to go to the shop and someone has to come out and they show you the car, give them the in-game currency. So people talk about metaverse and stuff, but I feel, and I know I've just drastically swung onto this, but I feel like you touched on it. We spoke about this before we press record. People talk about the metaverse. That's just a brand. We're already doing this. Like Facebook is monetizing it. Like they monetized social media, but people are already out there in the metaverse. And that game sounds like that's a metaverse of its own in space.
Oh, hugely.
100%.
Hugely so.
I think the problem is when for me, I like it in games because you know it's a game.
Yeah.
Metaverse is like, for a lot of people, this is now going to be their reality.
But you say that, Aurie, some people, I know guys who are getting record deals in GTA RP. I'm not joking, bruv. Wow. There are bros releasing singles and doing concerts in RP. You seen on Fortnite, Travis Scott did a concert.
Oh,
people attended that and they just pressed the jump button like to show that they were happy. But like, it's like, I think what Facebook have done is they're monetizing that situation and they're gassing it. Because the more you gas it, the more money you get, basically, innit?
Yeah, but again, it's still under the game thing. Like even with Fortnite,
you get it, bruv. But there are people that live the, bruv. There are people that have jobs. So it's literally like freaking Neo in the Matrix, bruv. They have their job. They're like, oh, whatever, or like any kind of cliched kind of is a superstar online, and they come online and they are the guy. There are people that are celebrities out there. You are the person that everyone looks up to. And when you switch off your PC, you're just a regular person.
I think my first experience of that was World of Warcraft, man. Don't know if you ever played World of Warcraft. I remember playing that back in the day and being like, I want to live in this game. And you'd almost invest yourself in it. Do you know what I mean? You'd actually go and, if you could spend money, and you'd get in a guild who's trying to, you know what I mean? Yeah. But now it's like accessible. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not a big fan of MMORPGs, you know.
Are you not? I used to be a huge fan.
But would you play GTA in a world where we could all chill out as other people, like for a few hours? So, for example, we could go. Bro, like I've tried it. We went to get food. You go to the shop and they're like, "Oh, nice, there's tacos." Yeah, man, ain't beforehand, innit? I'm not going into the game, otherwise I'll make silly choices. You don't go shopping when you're hungry. But like, we went for food together and we sat down and chatted. And some of the guys were like, "Yo, you're cool. So if you want me to lend you a few grand to get yourself set up and straight, we're cool." The guys I were rolling with in this RP world, they were shotters. They were selling in it. So those are the people. When I landed, they're the first people I came across.
Drugs in the game.
Yeah, and there are police people that are policing the game. So true story. So when I first played, I glitched. My game glitched and I was invisible. Okay. So police pulled me over because I was in a banged out car and they were like, we can't see you. What have you done? They thought I'd hacked the game. So like, what have you done? You're not allowed to do this. The gods, that's what they call them in this world. Gods are going to be unhappy. I was like, look, here's how you have to word it. I've just landed. Is what you have to say. I've just landed. I don't know where. And they're like, okay, maybe you should go and have a little sleep and come back. And that means shut down your computer and come back. I swear, I've only dipped my toe into this world.
Wow.
But you could land.
It's like Free Guy.
Yeah, 100% like that. But like, you have to get, before you, like, because I had a banger, they pulled me and they're like, you haven't got a license, have you? I was like, fine. They showed me where I had to go and get a driving license. Yeah, then you go and buy your car and then you just roam around the world, and as this world grows, it's like a UK version of this, yeah. So they put like UK shops and there's like a Tesco and a Sainsbury's and Quick Fit and stuff like that. Like as you grow, if you have a little gang, if your gang gets big enough, then the gods of the game, whatever you want to call it, they'll reward you like a bit of turf. So you can be walking through turf and people are selling, and then there's police, people have jobs.
I mean, this feels like, you ever seen like Ready Player One?
Yeah, 100%. One of my favorite books. I've read that book and the second one as well. Ernest Cline, right?
Yeah.
Just like that, bruv.
So it's like, so the impact this is going to have on, so us, we were on like Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? N64, no access to the internet, right? Nope. Remember, couldn't use the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now.
Wait, do that noise again?
About memories.
Bro, do you remember that?
Yeah.
But now, these kids are...
Yeah.
In it, in it.
Yeah,
it's interesting and slightly scary to think what's going to be the repercussions of this.
Well, I mean, our parents thought that about the generation of what we were involved in, and the parents before that, I guess. So I think ultimately we'll be okay as a whole, but society, it's. For me, I remember the film Surrogates with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
It feels like that. Have you seen that?
No.
About everyone living in the body of these robots that they send out to, but they stay home and they just access their surrogate robots.
So we'd be in like little booths here, or I'd step into our booths. Our robots could be like next door in the room, and they would go out and experience a day
just
for
chill.
us.
We'd be sitting like this, and then they would go off, and they would live life.
Exactly.
Surrogates.
But obviously, if you've got a good bit of money, you can have a sexier looking surrogate. And then obviously you're just sitting at home in your booth all day, so you're getting out of shape. You're looking horrible, but your surrogate is looking sexy. So what's funny is certain characters that you saw in that film, halfway through the film, they'd show you them in their booth, and they
Boris Kojo when he did the police officer, and Boris Kojo is normally an attractive, like women love him,
good looking brother.
He's one of the ones that people wanted to look like, and then you see him in his booth, and he looks more like not Weezy, the guy from Moving On Up.
Yeah, exactly.
With the hair thing.
Yeah, he's got like his receding hairline, greys, out of shape. So yeah, but I mean, to further what Aurie said, I mean, look, there's two ways it can go in it, right? With every new tech, good and bad. Good thing is, over the last few years, lockdown, we wouldn't have been able to be in a room together, but we could all go online, chill, go for a ride around, bust some jokes. If you're with whatever, if you're police, go nick some people. If you're there's ambulances, by the way, go help some people. You can have an honest job, but it's all about like the downtime and the chat between it. Like I played a lot of Warzone in lockdown, and I was crap at the game, but it was. There's people I know that were like, yeah, I'm thinking of proposing to my missus. What do you think I should do? We're having chats like that.
Yeah,
there are people I've never met who I'm like, oh, like, how did it go? Propose to your missus, or we'll meet up and have a drink together on a Friday or whatever. There's people that are like that because you couldn't link. You couldn't. And there's a lot of people that played those games just for the social side of things. Like, cause I know I wasn't really there doing headshots. Got a couple of dubs, obviously. Come on. But weren't out here like licking off heads. I was just having chat. Like, do you know what I mean?
You know what?
Like, we could be chatting like this, but just gaming at the same time.
It was good fun, man. And it is good fun. And I think that's exactly what it is if we see it as that, innit?
Yeah.
Because like, it'd be very easy for us to, I'm sure when you played it as well, you must have been like, at some point, invested.
Yeah, man.
Did you forget you were outside?
I was leveling up. There were a couple times when we were deep in lockdown where I'd get my exercise done.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, 6 o'clock, strap in.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, we all had a time. Like, 7ish. That's when we all step in and we play.
Yeah, man.
And for a couple of weeks, we couldn't go anywhere.
I think back to it. That was some of the funnest times I had was on the Xbox with all my boys, man.
I'm a lonely guy because I would do that with like Saints Row, but not online. And all my friends were the people that were in the gang. That were just NPCs.
Yeah.
They were my brethren.
So you'd be having like, let's go. Yes, let's go over there.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, boss.
Yeah, hey, boss.
Yeah. That was my guys, bro. I had that with Saints Row 3, Saints Row 2.
Yeah.
I've had that with games I get dealt. I'm a bit of a loner. I like doing things with my ones. So games that you can be a loner in or build a community within, like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I would travel for hours in like the corners of the map where there's nothing but the corners of the map looking for things. Yeah, man. There are games like that I deep dive into. But
I'd like to try that RPG.
What RP? Yeah, role play. So when you get your PC
play?
sorted, all you need is GTA. All you need is GTA, and this is why GTA is still in the it was the last time I checked a couple of weeks ago, still in the top 10 game selling in the charts after 5 years.
Huge.
What other media sells is in the top 10 after 5 years, except for Mariah Carey at flipping Christmas. And do you know what I mean?
And it was PlayStation 3 that GTA 5
came
came out
PS3.
PS3,
Three generations of console.
Now. Yeah, it is wild.
It's got to be the best game they ever made. So
six better have like a transporter that throws you in the game physically.
I don't know what they're gonna do because like I feel like when I play RP, that feels like 5.5 because they've made it. They've made N. So right? You could make a GTA RP Bedford. Yeah, that's where you're from, innit, Micky? You could make that. You could put little shops in there. You could have areas that it's deep. You have a mobile phone in this game, and people call you or you can give out your number. It's mad. And I had a walkie-talkie for our gang because obviously you don't want the police to be tapping lines out here.
Are they tap lines? What?
I don't know, but they were like, we need walkie-talkies because for comms it makes it cleaner.
Whoa,
it's really interesting, man.
This is
you just sold me.
Try it out, man. Look, like I think GTA is like 20 quid at the moment as we're recording this. So 20 quid, and you need good internet though.
I think I wouldn't. I don't know if I want to do it. I've sold them the concept being dope, but would I want to do it? I don't think so.
People put in time. I think I dip my toe in and jump out again, and I'm not getting the full experience. But I don't think I could be 9 to 5 and then Monday to Friday because I've just been on the road for 10 days, so I can't really be on it every day. But I know if I come back, check the guys about, hey man, how's it going? Like I got my name in there. I don't want to use my RP name right now on the pod. But yeah, you got your name on there, and you have to roll with that name. And if you get caught, like it's not cool if you start doing stuff that's out of character. So you can't be like just running people over and doing stupid stuff because people grass you up. You have to kind of, someone puts a gun to you, you have to treat it like real life, like put up your hands, hey man, it's cool.
What if you get killed?
If you get killed, I believe they respawn you in a certain special way where you lose some attributes and stuff, or you can play as another character. Some people might just come back as their cousin or something. You know what I mean?
That's wild.
It's mad. It's deep, innit?
So something to play for you is this
GTA RP.
Got to get the PC first, man.
You got a PC,
definitely, man.
yeah.
All right. Something to play for me. I'm still finishing up Last of Us. Starting it rather. I've only just like walked around the first camp that I'm in. Something to play for you. You haven't played Shredder's Revenge yet, have you?
Oh yeah, I have.
Oh, you have?
I love it. Basically, it's like
Streets of Rage, but the fighting's a lot more. I like the dodge. You could dodge on it.
I'd love something to play though, man. I'm up for it. I mean, I could. What do you want me to tell you something else I've been playing, or am I supposed to say?
Go on.
So it's on Game Pass. So I'm making a conscious decision because it makes it easy to access. I watched the Top Gun film recently, the new
Maverick,
one, Maverick, and they've got Microsoft Flight Simulator, which you can play on Xbox, and you can get the Top Gun planes in it, and it teaches you how to take off. It's way less because Microsoft Flight Simulator is a bit techie. Yeah, you got to be into flying. Shout out to AJ King. He's a massive aviation nerd, and I didn't know that.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
I just messaged him, say, bro, do you want to see Top Gun Maverick? He's like, yeah, brother, I'm there. I was like, all right. He's a bit more...
He's very excited
more
like that,
I just thought, a bit more enthusiastic than usual, but he's high energy. He came in and he goes, by the way, bruv, I'm a massive aviation geek. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like sitting next to him and I was like, yo, how does that jet work? And he's like, yeah, it sucks in here. It's a scrambler jet. And I was like, this guy is really into it. So after that, I was like, all right, let me try this thing. And Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can literally like fly to New York and it takes 8 hours. Not on that. It's a sim. It's a sim. It connects to the internet to get updated maps. But then I got the little Top Gun download, right?
Yeah.
The little add-on. And you're just flying these jets around. I want to get a little joystick, but it's on Game Pass, so you can try it. Because if you're not into aviation, crack on.
But surely when you get to like you take off into the altitude you need, you're just sitting there watching the plane because it goes automatically, doesn't it?
But it like teaches you to do it properly. So when you try to take off, it'll be like, you did okay there, but you know, you need to work on this so you can't progress to the next level. Like, or you don't want to progress to the next level. but you are flying these rude boy.
Have you got like passengers on your plane?
I've not done that. I've not done a passenger plane. I didn't play that.
Maverick, okay.
I did a little test flight. I was like, nah, man, I don't need. It's quite therapeutic, but I didn't fancy it. I just wanted to fly a fighter jet.
I see people they have like a aircraft control, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's an actual person there talking to you, and I don't know if that's like an RPG thing, but I see a guy was taking off on Flight Simulator with another dude who was doing the aircraft control.
Yeah,
and he's like,
it's mad that we can actually do these things in real life. We go, no, that's just video game.
Just jump on, man.
But it's a shortcut, innit?
With VR soon, man. Yeah. You put chucking them goggles on, we can be plugging in.
I've done VR. It's all right. But I'm always convinced that I'm aware of where I am, so it doesn't scare me at all. It doesn't I'm not immersed. Not those guys that go, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm not those guys.
The game I had the most fun on VR was a multiplayer game where they had the Star Trek game, Fleet Command.
So, So
we could all play it? I think they're just winding the game down. The servers are still up, but you can't download the game in as many places. But us three could be on the bridge, busting jokes, but then some Klingons come along. And we have to make sure we address the situation.
Yeah, sick,
and even if you're into, I know you're into Trek. They have the Kobayashi Maru mission. It's your first mission.
You're gonna fail that anyway.
Yeah, it's your first mission to teach you. So it's sick. So we
could Kobayashi Maru like the trial, right?
Yeah, that's
the trial. Yeah, the one you couldn't.
Yeah.
You were a Trekkie.
I'm a recent Trekkie. I'm not recent, as in like from the newer movies. Yeah.
So I never knew he was.
Yeah,
so
man.
So us three could just be sitting here.
Yeah.
You get me?
We're serious Trekheads.
I feel like... Are you actually, man? I mean, I'm a huge Star Wars... I don't know if you tell the tag. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I'm a...
The one on the left-hand side of those four.
On the left is...
come on, man.
Is that
I've got a... my missus bought me a...
From Beyond, yeah.
And is it the Enterprise?
Yeah.
She bought me an Enterprise thing that goes on a Christmas tree. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, man. But no, new... You know Klingon's an actual
language.
Actual language.
You don't see the picture?
Kapla.
What's that?
There you go. Aurie Styla with his com badge.
Oh, come on.
I would turn into a hoodie as well with my com badge.
You got that Zang futuristic trim as well. I like
that.
Sick, man.
King.
I didn't know you guys were Trekkies, man. If I'm entirely honest.
In fact, he's deeper now because he has to do content around it. But when I was already deep in Trek when he started to go into it, and he used to talk to me about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've been since I was about 11.
Really?
Yeah, man. Aurie's really, he put me on with What Culture, really, because you were the one that encouraged me to go for it. Do you remember?
I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he didn't even speak about that. He does content creating for What Culture, where he'll do voiceover work or do 2-camera lists and content bits for What Culture. Part of the podcast as well for Trek Culture.
Yeah, they start doing it. But you launched Trek Culture with us. Like, it's the biggest Trek channel on YouTube now.
Come on.
Spud
they
didn't
make a cartoon picture of me, so I said I
did fight for that stuff.
I know they didn't care, did they?
I did fight for that. I did.
They didn't care. So I'll be honest, I just didn't have the time to do all of the stuff because it's a lot of being at home and recording.
It's a lot of time, and I think now that we started off in 2020, and now the world's opening up, I think the team there has grown. Like, I'm obviously, as one of the founding members of the channel, there's good to have presence, but I'm kind of in a place now where, like, I love doing the content, but there's a lot of people presenting now in it. So, you know what I mean?
I still watch. Do you watch What Culture?
I don't know what it is. I'm totally
So they do interesting lists of top 10 things or 9 things you missed in this movie. It could be about films. It could be about they got What Culture Wrestling. They've got Trek Culture, What Culture Gaming, What Culture the horror movies, horror movies ones. Different channels, but they're all under one company. What Culture. Great.
They just got bought by Future as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so
I got to be getting emails about having to just read through what it means as a freelancer.
Yeah. So a big change up in the so, like, for example, a Star Wars version would be like 10 things you didn't know about the Millennium Falcon, stuff like that. So
sick,
you'd learn about stuff.
And
like
it's
that.
really I watch What Culture. Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
I love that, man. I love that kind of nerdy stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? The nitty gritty. You don't. If someone was to say, "Give me a Star Wars fact," you'd be able to go, "Well."
I know so much about stuff from movies just because of it.
Yeah.
Like a shitload of stuff.
Really?
It's interesting. It's made me look at it differently now, because now when I watch a show, I'm like, oh, all right, that harks back to this, or that's a fact, or whatever. So I say out the whole gang there, I'm probably the biggest just raw fan. Like, I enjoy Star Trek, so I try to make sure that when I watch it, I'm not too much in like a techie mindset where I'm trying to pull it apart, because I just love it, man. That's the kind of show I'm into, man. In the future, they've gotten past all of this bigotry that we're living in right now, and they're just fighting space bigotry.
It's true.
Fighting
It's
space
bigotry on a world, on a universal scale now.
Bigotry in space, yeah.
I think the thing I need to watch now, I've not started Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, bro.
Is it good?
Yeah, man. I think Anson Mount was a really great casting.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's a really great casting as well. And I think
Pike, isn't he?
Pike, yeah, he plays Pike. So for those that know Trek, this is something that won't spoil it. Like, Pike is a character that is going to be in a wheelchair and not able to talk.
Yeah.
We know that's going to happen because we've known that from the first episode of Star Trek ever to come out. So he's in a situation where he literally has a different mindset to everyone else. That's in the back of his mind because he's had a vision where he's seen that in Discovery. So it means that he can be a bit more gung-ho in certain situations.
Because he knows it's like what's going to happen is going to happen.
Is this on the Netflix series?
Yeah.
It was not on Netflix, no?
Oh, sorry, no, Paramount Plus.
Which only just, this is why I'm going to start watching it. Paramount Plus only just released in the UK. I'm not a bootlegger of stuff. I wait until it comes out or I'll buy it. Paramount Plus is now in the UK. Right? You're a bootlegger.
He looked at me, bro. I didn't look
I don't bootleg. They might. I don't.
I have access to Paramount Plus. I pay for my Paramount Plus.
I know how you do it.
Yeah,
VPN.
Done though.
There you go. That's legal, so it's fine.
But yeah, like I think we're under pressure to be across shows when they come out in it. So
yeah, of course.
If it was available here easily, I would have done it. Like I have no problem with paying.
Well, it is now. So Paramount Plus. I've been watching Frasier on that. Again, I watch Frasier every year, from top to bottom, every year. Right? I'm watching Frasier on it now because it's now on Paramount Plus rather than in my DVDs that I got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Strange New Worlds, that's on there. The cartoon one, what's that one again? The one with Janeway in it.
Oh, Prodigy.
Prodigy.
So I always say Prodigy.
That's out now as well, isn't it?
Prodigy, yeah. Prodigy.
Haven't started watching that because again, Paramount Plus. So I'm gonna watch them now. And Discovery 4, Paramount Plus, because it's not on Netflix no more, is it? So yeah, I got a lot of Star Trek to catch up.
Is the ones on Netflix worth my time or no?
Yes,
100%. I would say that we have been spoiled for Star Trek over the last couple of years. We've had new Trek for like 30 weeks of the year. Yeah. And I spoke to Mike McCann. If you're not into Trek but you like things like Rick and Morty, get into it because Mike McCann is behind Rick and Morty and he is a massive nerd, but he makes it accessible. It's very funny. Like it's like Star Trek-y, but they bust.
Yeah, it's not. It's
mad jokes.
Lower Decks is animation.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna
phenomenal.
dig in, man. I'm gonna dig in.
And it's instead of being on like a prestige starship, you're on a trashy little starship that isn't really rated amongst the fleet. And
the staff, the main characters it's around are the people that work in the lower decks.
So you're like with the mandem on the ship, chilling.
Literally, man. That's the best way to describe it. Chilling with the mandem on the ship.
Like Scotty.
No.
Scotty's Scotty's on the bridge, bruv. Yeah, we're talking about
the guy that cleans in the cells.
Yeah, you know, like when you
sweeps the trash.
Yeah, you know, like when the captain's walking along the bridge, the people running around in the background. Sorry, walking along a deck. That's who it is. Yeah,
that's it. Honestly, watch it. It's dope.
Yeah.
And the guy who is the voice of Huey. No, the guy who's Huey
in The Boys.
Oh, yeah.
He's the voice of the main character.
He plays Boimler.
Yeah. Do you know who his dad is?
Nah.
Do you know who his dad is?
No.
In real life.
Did you send me it? Someone sent me it, but I've forgotten. Who's his dad?
Hold on.
Someone sent me the article.
I can't remember the name of it. Oh, what's his name? As soon as I get his surname, I'll find it.
Jack Quaid.
Yeah, so Dennis Quaid.
That's it. Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid is Huey's dad in The Boys.
What's Dennis Quaid in?
Dennis Quaid. He's done loads of TV. Oh, hold on. You see his face. Hold on. I'll name old movies that he's made him in, but loads of TV stuff.
Dennis Quaid.
Hold on. Here we go. Breaking Away.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, Breaking Away, Inner Space, The Big Easy.
His dad.
Yeah. Vantage Point, The Rookie, Dragonheart, he was in as well. Yeah, Dennis Quaid.
The Parent Trap, man.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow.
And any given Sunday, yeah, man. Dennis Quaid.
Whole time my boy Dennis on this one.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I think that's my what to watch as well. I think we'll have that. Like if you've not seen Lower Decks,
I ain't done.
That's a great way.
I ain't done. Do you know who Jack Quaid's mum is?
Who's his mum?
Meg Ryan.
Right.
Dennis Quaid's ex-wife.
Jesus Christ.
I think they're not together no more, I don't think. Yeah.
He's destined for good things.
Brother,
man.
he's
a good actor as well, man.
Great actor. In The Boys, great.
Yeah.
In Lower Decks, his voice.
Yeah.
And they got a podcast, don't they? Him and the main girl.
What's her name? I forget her name. Because she's in Space Force as well.
Yes.
I won't. Oh god, we might have to.
I love her voice.
We might have to use IMDb again.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be. I love her voice.
Yeah, so she's in Space Force as well, which is another funny one. It's like Steve Carell.
Oh yeah,
I didn't feel it, you know.
Didn't it get shout on in the reviews?
I liked it. It wasn't like it didn't knock my socks off, but I could watch stuff
20
like that
news
all day long. In fact, can I change my what to watch actually? Love, Sex and Robots. On Netflix, yeah. So
season 3 out now or something.
I believe, yeah, it's season 3. I'm only halfway through season 3. I'm really taking my time with it. It's a collection of shorts, which are made by new animation. So you've got like CGI, you've got stop motion, you've got like manga type stuff, you've got all these kind of things, and they're 10-20 minute stories, usually around robots and sci-fi, but they really draw you in and like suck in. There's like mad deep stories that you get, like funny little silly stories as well. So
what's it called again?
Love, Sex and Robots.
They're individual episodes, aren't they?
Yes, standalone
I love that stuff,
episodes
man.
by different production houses. Some of them have done a few things over seasons, but they're really visually different. So you don't know what to expect. In the first series, there's not a connection between them, but as you watch the seasons, there's little storylines that connect, which is nice little throwbacks to other stuff. Which is
I love that stuff,
cool.
man. When it's different every single episode, doesn't it? Like Black Mirror type thing, man.
Yes.
Just like that, but yeah, visually. Actually, you know what? Very close to Black Mirror. Some of it's quite dark, isn't it? Yeah, some of it's quite
season
dark.
1 had
Give
some
it a
good
watch,
and some dark points and some different ones. Yeah.
So yeah, the third season's good.
All right, Love, Sex and Robots.
Yeah, Love,
Who's
Sex
that
and
for?
Robots.
Should I take that because I claimed the Star Trek ones.
Alright, cool.
So Love, Sex, Robots. You have got to finish watching The Boys.
Got to finish watching The Boys. I'm going to start Star Trek.
I cannot wait for you to see the. It's called the name of the episode. I can say that because that's not spoiler,
It's the most recent episode.
Yeah, you can, but don't.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of things.
Also, have you ever read the show like the episode descriptions?
Yes,
they're like weird,
hilarious,
kooky.
No.
They won't spoil it. They're like real kooky, weird, kooky adverts for like for oh my gosh, why am I forgetting it? The name of the company.
Voight.
Voight, yeah. Yeah.
Voight,
yeah.
Yeah,
like
man.
mad adverts. Like,
I'll finish that bad boy. I'll hopefully finish that. Yeah, next week, man.
Also, and something to listen to as well. Can we throw that in? There's a podcast they've got out on Audible by The Deep. He's
Shut
in
up.
character. Yeah, there is. I'll find out what it's called.
Oh, they're sick.
It's like an interview because you know he's writing a book. This doesn't spoil it too.
Yeah.
But he writes a book.
Not the guy who plays The Deep, but The Deep itself.
No, the guy who plays The Deep.
Okay.
So they get to act in character. So like, no, he is in character as The Deep. It's called Deeper and Deeper, The Deep. So the description for it is yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's funny. The description for it is basically like an interview for his book launch. So he has an interview in character with other people, which I won't talk about. But yeah, so it's mad.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's mad because you kind of get into their world because you're kind of hearing how he wants to sound from a PR perspective.
Yeah.
Once you've watched the first 2 seasons and the first half of the first half of this season,
I've just watched the boat go straight through the whale.
Oh, that bit was wild, didn't it?
So messed up, bro. So messed up, man.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that one as
And
well.
then I'm just laying there inside this whale, isn't it? Yeah, no, not again, man.
Yeah, it gets darker and deeper.
I know, man. I love it, though. I like, you know what it is? I'm amazed by Homelander's acting. Every scene he's in,
Scary.
is perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. He doesn't miss a beat, does he?
No,
like,
he's mad intimidating.
if he's being directed like that, then they're the best director in the world. But the way that he acts, like he sells you on it just with his face, doesn't he?
Generally, I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell would I do if I was Butcher and I had to stand in his face or something?
Yeah, you can almost see the way he's thinking just in his face.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm a huge fan of this
You
guy.
need to catch up, so anytime we talk about it, we could talk about it.
I'm going in, but no, because the problem is, and I love my missus more than anything. She's my fiance. We're gonna get married.
She wants to wait for you to watch with her.
I can't watch you without her now because she watched a couple of episodes.
No,
you know what you need to do, bruv? You need to just lie and be like ready for the whoa.
No, man.
I didn't expect that. Whoa.
She'll come in. She go, "You're lying to me," and I go, "No, I'm not lying."
Yeah, but shout out to is it Giancarlo Esposito? I don't want to
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah. Bad actor.
Is that who was that?
Breaking Bad. Gus in Breaking Bad.
Gus in Breaking Bad. Also,
Gus. Oh yeah.
He's in the background of the prison scene in Trading Places where Eddie Murphy. The scene in Trading Places where Eddie Murphy's in a jail cell at the start. He's one of the guys in the background, like with a little. He's got a do-rag around his head or something. I'm trying to stand there be like a kind of road punk that got knocked in jail. Because I watched that the other day and I was like, no way is that him.
I got to see that then. I got to watch
You know what?
That's like 30 years ago.
I watched a scene most recently where he kind of tells Homelander what's up kind of thing. And it's like, I don't have to tell you anything.
Oh, then you.
And
That's.
I was like,
Have you watched that like on YouTube or when you've watched it in?
In season 2.
You're gonna find out.
Is he in season 2 or season 3?
Definitely season 2.
His presence seeps in through season 2. So
Okay.
because he's spoken
And
about, and then he's seen, and then you kind of see this mad shift of power in it.
Yeah. So I'll give you an idea where I am. They've just found out. They've just gone public. The whistleblower's just gone public, and they've just found out that the superheroes are made.
Okay.
So it's like, and now they're all kind of scrambling, and Homelander's been with his son, who hates him.
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Can't remember his name in it though.
I was going to call him Stan Edgar.
Yes, Edgar. Yeah.
A few episodes ago, he kind of told Homelander what's up, and I was just like, yes, man, finally someone who's not scared.
It's mad seeing someone who's not scared.
I want to see your reaction to this because he still ain't seen it. The Ant-Man scene.
Oh, that's fucked. I was on the edge of my seat. My
TV's very big, so I was kind of pushed back when I saw.
I'm very squeamish.
Yes.
And obviously, a lot of these powers that you see throughout the boys, like, they lean into the gore, don't they? So if there's something that makes you go, they'll lean into it.
Yeah, it did do that, actually.
And one thing that one thing they're not afraid to talk about, and this does not spoil it at all, is sex, innit?
Yes.
Because when supes have sex,
it's very
they feel
healthy.
Freaky.
Yeah.
Like,
No. It's very, in terms of they're healthy in terms of their approach to how would sex be portrayed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, for example, like, I forgot his name, the guy that's always invisible.
Translucent.
Translucent's a massive pervert.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you? Like, why wouldn't you be if you were some guy who thought you were untouchable? Like, because they're like chilling in it. There's like, is it in one of the first few episodes? They're like,
he's in
I
the
know you're in it,
toilet,
translucent pervert. Fuck off. He's like, oh yeah, sorry guys. Do you know what I mean? So like stuff like that, they're not afraid to lean into. But then
the deep
I know
as well.
exactly what you're talking about. It's what I'm gonna do, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna say anymore, bro.
Oh, that one, yeah. Yeah, but the deep.
Oh, and the deep as well. Oh, yeah, the deep as well.
Of his gills, man. Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's
quite a smart message in there. They kind of show you, like, he's an abuser. So for him to be abused like that kind of shows like, it's a very clever cyclical message. Do you know
Have you watched Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I've got to finish it. I've done 3 episodes.
I've not started it yet.
No?
So that'd be
Not a
my
word.
one to watch. I need to get
Not a
onto
word. Apparently,
Definitely,
it's
man.
really good.
that. Okay.
Very good.
It started off
Very
a bit
good.
slow for me, but afterwards
It did start off. There was element. You know what? It felt slightly rushed.
Yeah.
Like there's holes.
Yeah.
In my opinion, there's holes in it. Like
Is it an episode a week though?
Episode a week. It's
It's
just
finished now. So
Okay, so, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready to go then. Yeah, because I'm a bit of an arsehole. I'm like, I don't.
Watch
They'll be
them all
making me
through.
wait for a week.
Yeah.
I'm
Very
like
good, man. If
I'm
you're
like that with
a big
Orville.
fan, or not even a big fan, if you're just a fan, it's cool, man. But the way they've played him is very different to how it was left in like Revenge of the Sith. Do you know what I mean? It was like he's a lot weaker.
Okay.
As this is kind of like he's moving on into an old man. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Hello there.
Hello there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man. But he, it's funny because my dog's name's Obi. We named him after Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah.
Oh.
Anytime anybody says Obi-Wan Kenobi on TV, bro, he's like, who is it?
Yeah.
But bro, very good, man. Very cool. Very good series. A lot of money get pumped into it.
The back end of the Mando, is it got that kind of same visual aspect to it? Is it kind of
Mando was gorgeous, I thought, man.
I've
The
never
way it was
watched
shot.
Mandalorian.
The way
watched it.
What?
I'm not big on Star Wars. I'm okay with it, but I never felt to get into it.
probably
the way the
best thing to
Mandalorian
watch
was shot, man.
It's probably the best thing to watch standalone. You could watch it
Oh, yeah?
standalone and enjoy it. There are little things they put in where you go,
Well, I know the lore of Star Wars. I've just not like loved Star Wars.
So
I've just always been a Trek guy.
Yeah. It's so different to Star Trek. It's probably Star Wars at the time. No, I'd still stand by it. It's a grittier world. It's a grim because you're looking at something like here's the action, Mando's over here, and you're looking at someone else's story totally. Kind of like how I was going to say in The Last of Us, how they flip stuff on you, but you kind of like you see a different side of things. So Mando,
I got to look into it.
Yeah, man.
I just kept seeing that Baby Yoda and thinking, this is just going to be too boring.
because everyone was gassing over that.
I thought it's
worry
kids
about
program.
You'll
I'm
be
gonna watch
invested,
now.
man. You'll be invested.
Oh no, it's very adult, bruv. He goes in.
Yeah, hold to my boy Baby Yoda on this one.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
I need to eat and then go gym. Trying to get to Micky's strength level.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just gonna go eat.
Listen, Thank you for coming down. Let me know your socials, bro.
Oh yeah, cool. I just want to say, like, man, I had a real pleasure.
Thank you,
coming down
man.
here, man.
Thank
Bring me
you.
back, bruv. I'm up for it. Anytime. Socials at Marcus Bronzy, MarcusBronzy, everywhere.
Man took his shoes off to
you
get
gotta
comfortable in the
comfy. Look,
podcast. I
took my shoes off. Like when you come on the pod, if you're like listening to this and you're going to be a guest, he's got this lovely little carpet. I backed off my shoes. They didn't know because my feet don't stink. Because if you knew, if you were like halfway,
I would have known. Like,
did you remove your shoes?
I would have known. I would have said, put them fuckers back on.
I've been rubbing my toes across this lovely shag carpet.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Go, carry on.
But yeah, what else can I tell you about? Yeah, I've got a podcast with K Kurd. It's called Ain't Got a Clue. He's a friend of yours. Probably be on the podcast at some point. It's a show where we reverse engineer quiz questions. So we start the show telling you the answer to a quiz question and the quiz question itself, and we have a discussion to make sure you remember it with some funky sound effects and chat. So that's it, man.
Come on.
Super simple.
Nice. Marcus Bronzy, big up yourself. Micky, let them know how they find you.
At Micky Mills, MICKY_MILLS for my boxing Instagram.
What about the Viking Visuals?
Viking Visuals is my content creation company. That's Viking Visuals on Instagram. Also, hit me up on TikTok, man. I'm trying to get them numbers up, boy.
Come on.
Hit me up.
And also,
almost hit 800 now.
Micky's got his top off a lot on his Instagram, you know.
Some people can do that because they look good,
Backing
isn't it?
his
It's
top
all right.
off. And then like in the next slide, he's lifting a house worth of weight. He's thirst trapping out here, man.
Trying to get them followers in.
Trying to
Put
get
your
those
naked
numbers
attraction
up.
picture up there, see what happens.
Bro, they won't let me on, man.
You know what? No, he's got a reel on there that just says "Be afraid." You got to click on it. Oh shit, Micky's got them hands, you know.
Oh yeah, he's snappy with it.
All right, cool.
Micky's snappy with
Damn.
it. And yo, this is Aurie Styla. Follow me on all social media platforms at Aurie, AURIE, Styla, STYLA. All one word. Thank you for listening to us right here on Aurie Styla's Respectfully Pod. We'll catch you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, etc. And yeah, peace. Respectfully.